Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mad Lads Live, the Sith Reborn. Woo, woo, we're back. We're so back, everybody. We're so back. We've never been so back before. We are baby back ribs. I don't know why I said that. That's stupid. Okay, we're here. Hi, Hero. Hope your day was better than mine. My day has been okay. I wouldn't say it's been good or bad. It's just been okay. I'm sorry to hear that your day has not been fantastic, Gardmus. Most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. Okay, so last we left off, we had Savage Press and we had Darth Maul here. Now, I was able to go into the FCS and figure out why they were not recruitable before. It was an issue with their their recruitment code. They should have been recruitable, but it had a string in there that was not compatible with it had a condition string in there that was not compatible with my playthrough. So I removed it and then I tested it earlier really fast, and they are recruitable now. So we should all be good on that. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Got on. All right. So yeah, these guys should be recruitable now. We just have to get them back to our base to actually recruit. Downside is getting back to our base is going to require a little bit of legwork because we have to go all the way to the Cannibal Plains up here. So a little bit of legwork. Little bit of legwork on that, but that's okay. We'll make it. We'll make it through. Bro, this is what I needed today. Hell yeah. Also, I'm gonna wait until there's a couple more people in here because I need to what the hell? Come on. This happens sometimes. What's going on? There we go. Jesus, my camera like spazzed out for a second. I'm gonna wait till there's a couple more people in here because there's a situation going on in the Kenshi community right now that has a lot of people up and excited about something, and I want to put a pin in it for everybody until we know more. The situation is a real. I'll just spell it out. I'll talk about it right now. I'll talk about it a little bit afterwards as well. Okay, so there is earlier today or yesterday, someone dropped on, I think it was GitHub, a Kenshi multiplayer mod. Now, over the last couple of weeks, couple of months, there's been a lot of buzz because there's a guy on YouTube that is actively working on making a Kenshi multiplayer mod. He's been showing, footage of it over the last couple of months. He posted one 3 months ago, and he's been posting. It's Rokeshi on YouTube. So I'll pull it up right here. So the guy's name is Rokeshi, and he's been posting Kenshi multiplayer stuff for a little while now. And it looks really, really promising. And so a multiplayer mod popped up today, or either today or yesterday, by someone named 404 Productions. And everyone is under the impression, because of this, that it is Rokeshi and that he had finally gone public with like an early access build. As far as I can tell, by following the trail of his Patreon and then to his GitHub, this is Rokeshi's GitHub. Okay. The K server mod by Coderine. Okay. As far as I can tell, nothing, the most current version of his mod is the K server mod, and it is not publicly in a playable state. This was updated 6 months, updated 6 months ago in September. That mod that is floating around is not related to Rokeshi. It is not this. As far as I can tell, it is not this. I would advise everyone to hang off on downloading it because I have not seen anyone be able to get it work. Everyone that I've seen try it has said that it's caused their game to crash the desktop. And I've also, so I haven't seen anybody get it to work yet, and we don't know where it came from. I don't know who's making it. We have no proof that it's working. We have no proof that it's functional. If someone can provide that to me, I will happily say something different. But as of right now, this right here, the mod that we've been super excited about by Rokeshi, it is not the one that is floating around. It is right. I'm not going to say it's a virus. I don't know. I don't know what the deal with it is. All I know is I haven't seen anyone get it to work. And this is Rokeshi's mod. It is not in a playable state. He is still working on it. That is not Rokeshi's GitHub. 404 Productions. I don't know who they are. It could very well work. It could very well not work. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to make any allegations that it's something that it's not. All I'm saying is that I don't know where it came from, and everyone is excited because they think it's this, and it's not. As far as I can tell, it is not this. And until somebody shows me proof that it is this, I would advise everyone to hold off on it because it doesn't seem very trustworthy. Because there's no documentation on it. If someone can provide me clear documentation that it is Rokeshi, that it is this, or provide proof that it's working and that it is completely safe, sure. But I would personally advise against it until we know more in the future. Like I said, I've had a couple people bring it up to me today. I had a few people in my Discord server, in the community members Discord server, bring it up, and I wanted to take a second to talk about it because a lot of people are operating under the impression that it is this mod that we've been seeing by Rokeshi, and as far as I can tell, it's not this. It is not this. This is Rokeshi's GitHub, not 404 Productions. I don't know what that mod is. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it works. I just know it's very sus. Very sus. So I would hold off until we have more documentation, until we know more, because it's coming off as very sus that everyone thinks it is Rokeshi, and so they're just downloading it out of pure excitement because they think, oh, it's a working mod, but like it seems very sus, and I would hold off. I would hold off. I'm not going to make a judgment one way or the other for sure, for certain whether or not it is malicious or not. But I will say that unlike the Rokeshi mod we've seen, it doesn't have any documentation, any proof, any clout. It's just a random mod claiming to be able to do multiplayer with no source material that I can find. So everyone hang off for right now. Until we know more, I'd hang off. Until better documentation has been shown, I would hang off. So that is what I would recommend with that. Okay, so with that being said, what is it? Beep gets removed from your games permanently as soon as you download it. Oh God. Okay, so the plan today is we're gonna recruit Savage, we're gonna recruit Maul, and then we're gonna try to get some of our lightsaber productions up. That's a nice mod you have there. What is your source? My source is that I made it the fuck up. Yeah, so I want to get lightsaber production moving. And obviously we're gonna have to do a little bit of restoration on our guys over here because they are in bad shape. They are not in very good shape. Not in very good shape whatsoever. I'm pretty sure this guy's actually gonna die, but it is what it is. They'll replace him. Yeah, I would wait some time. Dragon is trustworthy. I can tell he's a dog. He's got that dog in him. No, I just, like I said, I've heard some people talking about it. It's been all over Reddit, and people have been asking about it. As far as I can tell, it is not related to Rokeshi's mod. And I'll probably end up making a post on Reddit about it as well because I've seen so many people ask it. I don't want people to download something that's potentially malicious because they're operating under the assumption that it's the mod that we've seen by Rokeshi. It's not. It's not as far as I can tell. And until someone shows proof of that, I would hold off. I would recommend holding off. Seems very sus. Seems very, very sus. Yeah. All right, so we're headed off. We're going to head up to the Imperial compound here, and then once we get up there, we're going to drop these boys in cages. Like I said, I did confirm their dialogue packages. I do know that they do actually work now, so we can recruit them. I fixed a little issue we were having with that. Jusman here, I don't know if I'm going to keep her around. She was kind of a last-minute recruit while I was in a dazed state of sorts because, we had just had to massacre an entire... we'd had to massacre all of the hub and all that stuff again. So, we're enemies with literally fucking everybody now. So, the CIS is the only people we're not enemies with. And I'd imagine that we're well on our way to pissing them off somehow. But the Civilian Mercenary Guild hates our faces. So, things are just, things are not looking great for us. The number of red bars to, green bars is very sus. But Beep has many enemies. I honestly had no idea that mod dropped. Yeah, it was it dropped out of nowhere like yesterday or today. And like I said, everybody was super hype about it because, you know, they're operating under the impression that it's the mod that we've seen YouTube videos for, right? Because all the description for it, it claims to be operating the same way. You know, up to 16 players, everything's synced, yada yada. Like it's claiming to do all of the exact same things that we've seen on Rokeshi's mod. And so I think a lot of people are operating under the assumption that it is Rokeshi's mod. And as far as I can tell, it's not. And then even more than that, everybody that I know that has tried it, everybody in the comment sections on the mod from 404 has all said that it's causing their game to crash and that it's non-functional. And that myself makes me wonder what the deal is with that, because not only is it not working for people, but there's no documentation on it, and it's operating like under the guise to look like something that it's not, you know, a different mod altogether. It's very sus, very sus. Stay away from it for now. You know, I'd stay away for now. All right. We gotta on our way up north, we're gonna find one of those camps, one of them there camps, you know, that have all those them there cages, and we're gonna throw these two boys into those there cages and whatnot. Downloading an unknown mod and crashing is the least of your worries. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, the whole thing, like I said, is just really sus, really sus. I would advise against any of that. We're actually going to wait on this because I'm pretty sure both Maul and Savage have bounties, and I don't want to risk them getting stuck in these cages. Actually, I don't think is there. You know, we can stick him in one of these ones. Rip Commando Droid. Yeah, he was one of our archers. It's fine. He'll be fine. And by fine, I mean he's dead now. It's fine. Alrighty, we're gonna talk to you. Hell yeah! See that? There we are. There we are. All fixed. Although he ain't got no leg, but that's fine. Savage Opress needs to be really fucking tall and really fucking big. So I'm gonna make him huge. He's gonna be absolutely huge. My dude is massive, swole as hell, big swole. You gotta fix his neck though. 55. Yeah. Savage Opress. Fantastic. Beep, take him out of there. Oh no, the guy who made the multiplayer mod is going after the stream, stopping it. Oh man. All right, so again, you know, I don't know. It could very well be legit, you know, but the whole thing just came off as really sus. I don't know. I don't want anybody to catch anything, you know. I'm sorry, Riku, did you get in the cage with Maul? Is that okay? All right. I thought Riku got in the cage with Maul. All right. Change of plans. You're hired. Hello, Maul. Now, Maul is actually going to be a Darth. He's going to be a direct apprentice of Beep. I think he's going to run as a direct apprentice of Beep. So now Beep has 2 actual Sith apprentices, and then Savage and the others are just you know, Sith assassins, but Beep's just over here killing some pirates. It's fine. Fine. Pick this lock here. No, Beep, you're not protecting allies. I forgot that Maul has robot legs. It's true. It's true. Pick the lock, Beep. Beep, pick the lock. Beep, pick the lock. Beep, pick the fucking lock. Can you not pick the lock because you're carrying Savage? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, he's got stealth legs. My boy's got stealth legs. He's got legs and they're stealthy. Oh man. Who are you? Captain Shark? Showed him. Put him down. Hold on. Federation of Cthulhu. Why is the Federation attacking us? You know, it's probably because we're... yeah, okay. Jesus Christ, guys. Why does this always happen? Someone pick up Savage. He's crawling around like a fucking potato. Not in the mood for any of this. My lord, why does this keep happening to us? Why does everyone we know want to kill us? Picking locks, maybe? Yeah. I'm assuming it's because that's their camp and we were picking the lock on the cage. I'm assuming that's what it was. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Eventually, it seems like Beep is going to end up turning on the Empire eventually, which is not... It wasn't the plan, but, you know, it is what it is. All right, Beep, you're going to go trade with Maul because, one, we're going to nix that little staff of yours. You don't need that. Also, I'm going to trade some gear with you. I think Beep could use a better cloak. My man Beep needs a cloak. Always needs a cloak. Okay, so... All right, Maul, I'm going to have you go to Brax. What is Brax using? Old Republic lightsaber. We like that. The dual lightsaber there. And then Beep's going to give him a... Beep's going to give him what? What is he going to give him? We'll give him that one. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. And then... Savage is going to trade with Beep as well. I'm going to give him one of these two-handed purple lightsabers for now, actually. Oh, sorry, wrong hand. There we go. But not that matters too much because, you know, that's a thing. Oh, what lightsaber does she have? Is it a two-handed purple? It is. Fantastic. Instant deleted, ended up killing everyone. Yeah. That's what happens in these playthroughs. Everyone ends up dying for some reason. For reasons unknown, no one survived. I couldn't even begin to tell you why. Beep's over here looking like a true Sith Lord now. Like a true Sith Lord. Darth Beepus. Patron saint of Beepus. Hell yeah. Alright, so... Now we're on the move again. I blame Hero. Maybe. You'd be right to do so. You'd be right to do so. Totally my fault. I did all of it. The crimes were committed by me and me alone. And everyone else. Oh, man. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing Elden Ring with Muffin for at least the first half of the stream. And then after that, I don't know what we're going to do. I might end up doing... working on half a build project that I'm going to be doing for an upcoming series. I might be working on a build project, I'm not sure. Or I might work on making a mod. I don't know. He's proud of it, isn't he? Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My dude has never been so proud in his life. He is, in fact, the most proud. The proudest. These Kyobi pirates. They chasing me? They are in fact chasing me. Why are they always chasing me? Keto Gang. See how Maul does. Let's watch him go. Watch him go. My dude's a beast. My dude's an absolute beast, although his legs are, you know, meh. But this is the Maul that we know. Darth people accept no inferiors. My God. My God, dude, this Consular can't catch a break. We're just blasting the hell out of him. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. That's what that was. Yeah, so it looks like Maul's legs are his weak point for sure. I'm working on a mod. It's just a damn tail that won't work. I want to make mods with boots with the fur. A mod with boots with the fur. Indeed. Furry boots. Furry boots. No, I'm thinking about making a companion mod. I'm thinking about making a mod where, what is it? Like a companion mod where you are, he's like a traveling historian and like using that as a way to like do lore dumps and stuff in the in the game. So like you go to certain, when you go into certain locations, it's a skeleton character that'll like make lore dumps and stuff. Just like a historic, like add a little bit more history, a little bit more variety. Maybe a skeleton that doesn't engage with the whole lie thing. The Savage mod, yeah. So actually, the Savage mod is actually made by Lord Hapless, who is a friend of mine. And what is it? In some of my previous series, like my Dwarf series and stuff, I was using a customized version of the old Ironsides mod that he had put together for me a couple of years ago. Yeah, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Good old Gunslinger mod. I don't know if I would be able to do something quite as intricate as he had. He had like a whole affinity system and stuff. I don't know if I'd be able to do all of that, but I would I would like to maybe try my hand at making a compelling custom companion mod. I want to do something that people will be happy to add to their game. Maybe add a little bit of life, a little bit of vibrancy to their game. A little bit of explorational fun, You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Good time. It's a good time. Go for a good time. Top Shelf can confirm I was there. Indeed. Indeed. He was there. He was there. They were there. Artemis was there. Apparently there's enemies at the base. That's fine. Is there 2 raids happening at the base right now? Separatist holdout. Why does it say there's... Why does it keep saying that Separatist holdout has arrived at the base? Are we getting multiples? For everyone that's ever suffered at the hands of people like you. Well, that's pretty fucking rude. I'm gonna be honest with you. Pretty friggin' rude. People like me. You mean glorious Sith Lords? Because, that's fair, I suppose. He is Beep the Blender, after all. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Zenith's going at him with a stun baton. Beating his ass with a stun baton. And now he's being shot. And then he just got blended by a Darth Maul. We got multiplayer in Kenshi 1 before we got GTA 6 and Kenshi 2. I mean, technically we don't... I don't know if we actually have multiplayer in Kenshi 1. That's kind of the thing right now. I don't know if we actually have it right now. Why does that message keep popping up on the bottom? I wish it would stop. I wish it would knock it off. Bro panicked when he said he, then said they, and then was like, that's not any better, then said my name, but in full reality, the first one was right. I don't know, man. I don't know. I try to be as polite as I can, but sometimes you don't have the information, I don't know. Statistically speaking, he is probably correct because he makes up 97% of my audience according to my YouTube stats, but you never fucking know. I'm just trying to make everyone mad. Is there a mod that implements Kenshi 2 type architecture? I don't actually know. I mean, probably, but I don't know for certain. I don't know. I know you're just messing with me, Artemis. I know. Just be you, brother. I don't think you guys want that. I don't think you guys want that. No, I try to be as authentic to myself as I can. I tone it down a little bit on stream because I rant a lot more in my day-to-day, but my tirades actually... Fun fact, my tirades on here are, I would say, like 30 to 40% smaller and less intense than when I go on tirades in real life. I'm pretty ranty. I'm getting real fucking sick of this separatist holdout assault message showing up on the bottom. Getting real sick of it. There it is. I'm sick of it. Would have joined earlier, but was at the gym for like 2 hours. Hell yeah. Get the pump. Get swole. You can do it. I believe in you, buddy. What kind of drunk are you? Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I don't really drink. I don't really drink much anymore. I did when I was younger, but I don't. I think I could probably count on one hand the number of drinks I had like a year. I really don't drink. Hero's about to kill a man that made that message. I think, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I pity the fool. I pity the fool that had the audacity to program that message in. I'm over it. He took some forced march pills. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. Some solid 1920 style no snow. No. No, just awake. Just awake. Just awake today. More like he's gonna beep them. Indeed. Beeping for days. With a beep beep here and a beep beep there. Beep 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 beep. Beep everywhere. All right, once we get back to the base, we'll deal with that assault. Eesh. Not good. Not good. Violence is occurring there. Yes, violence is occurring. So it looks like their dialogue has changed. So we're probably going to lose our guards there. Who is Hero mad at? I joined late and missed the context. Oh, I kept having a message pop up on the bottom of the screen here that kept saying enemies were, have arrived at the base. And, well, needless to say, it kept showing up. It just kept coming. It would disappear and immediately show up again. And I needed to stop doing that because it was getting on my nerves. I was becoming nerved. Did you fix the hole in your wall next to the gate? I did, yes. I had to think about it for a minute, but yes, I did. I did. No, still, it looks like these guys managed to take them out. Why is he unconscious? Oh, low oil. He'll be fine. This one's probably going to die. He probably going to die. He's probably going to die. Any chance you can go repair him? No, because I have them all locked up. Did you see the files? I did see the files. I meant to respond to you, and then I completely forgot. I did see them. They looked really, really good. Solid work, my friend. Solid work. The style, the consistency, all that stuff, they look really solid. Really good. Everything's very clear, very good. I do not have that skill in me. It's good. One of the messages said that Kenshi multiplayer is out, and you didn't know. Trust. Yeah, no, I'd avoid. I would avoid. My recommendation is avoid. My current recommendation on the multiplayer mod is to avoid. Very sus. The whole thing's very sus. It is not Rokeshi. No, don't. No. No Kenshi multiplayer yet. There was a mod that I'll go over it again because we got more people in here. I'll go over it again real fast because I think it's important. I'm probably going to go over this a couple of times in this stream because, again, I think it's important. There's a lot of people that are very excited right now, and I don't. I want to make sure expectations are managed. Okay, so everyone is excited because on Reddit and whatnot, there has been allegedly a release of a Kenshi multiplayer mod. Now, the reason people are excited about it is because they think it is the mod that we've seen on YouTube by user Rokeshi, okay? They think it's this one, where he's come out with, stuff every couple of months, and they think that he finally released, like, a version that we can test and play, like an early access build. I tracked down Rokeshi's GitHub account, and it is not the same GitHub account that has released, like everyone is excited about. The GitHub account that for like Rokeshi is Codiran, okay? The GitHub account for the one that has released on Reddit that everyone's really excited about is from an account called 040 Productions. It has no documentation. It is promising an awful lot for something that has had no development time that we've seen, and there's I've seen nobody able to get it to work yet. Everyone says they plug it in, they do their stuff, they follow the instructions, and their game crashes. No one can get it to work yet. I see no evidence that it's working, and everybody that I've talked to thinks that it's the mod by Rokeshi. Now, I don't necessarily know if I trust Rokeshi's either, but at least Rokeshi has visible documentation. Right? It has visible documentation. We can see it working in real time in his content. It has visible documentation. And even then, the one by Rokeshi has not been updated in 6 months. He flat out says this is a mod. This mod is not in a playable state. Like, this is only here as open source for people to like do their own thing. The one that people are excited about is just some random like random mod that popped up claiming to be Kenshi multiplayer. And it's riding the hype train of Rokeshi. who put out, you know, videos showing it. Everyone thinks it's this and it's not that. And it's just very, very sus. I don't know if it's malicious or not. I'm not going to make the claim that it's malicious. All I'm going to say is that it is very sus, and I wouldn't trust it. I would hang off until there's more documentation, more information, and we can like have some kind of actual source to say that it works and that it's not a virus, because or anything like that. Because right now it's coming off as incredibly sus, incredibly sus. But people are hyped about it, and they're jumping in, they're downloading it, and they're trying it because we're all waiting for Rokeshi's mod to come out, because that one has actual documentation, actual video, actual like proof that like it's in development. And this mod is claiming to do all of the same things that Rokeshi's is in the description for it, with none of the documentation or video. It's just very sus. Very sus. I wouldn't recommend it. I would steer clear of it until we know more, because right now we don't know enough. We just don't know enough. But everyone's really excited about it, and it's just I don't know. Again, it's one of those things where like it's just really sus, and I don't think it's, I don't know. I don't want to make any inflammatory claims and be like it's a virus, because I don't know. I haven't dug into it. I don't know enough about like coding and stuff. All I know is that it's not the mod everyone thinks it is, and that in of itself is a problem, because it's trying to be that mod. You know, so I don't know. I wouldn't trust it, guys. I wouldn't trust it. Wouldn't trust it. I was looking through the branches of the new multiplayer mods, and all seems to be saying the same thing. And the last one was 3 months ago, and says mutt player. Clipping. It's a virus, by the way. Joking. I mean, like, I'm honestly considering making a Reddit post about it. Not that I really like posting on Reddit for anything besides like promotion, stuff like that, just because it's Reddit. You know, unless like I'm commenting on stuff, but I don't know. People have mixed reactions to post stuff on Reddit, and I don't really necessarily want to deal with the headache of people freaking out, being like, he's just being a dick. But also, like, I think just a lot of people are really desperate and hoping that it's real. And I've seen, I think, 4 or 5 posts today alone asking about it on Reddit. Like, is this real? Has anyone had success with it? And nobody has had success with it. Nobody has gotten it to work yet. And, like, I don't know. It all is very, very sus. I wouldn't trust it. I told everybody in my community Discord the same thing. You know, a lot of people, some of them were actively trying to get it to work, and I was like, guys, I'm digging into this right now, and this is not the mod by Rokeshi. I would, you know, it's not the one we thought it was. Like, everybody needs to hang back, pull back. So yeah, just one of those things. One of those things. Just be careful, everybody. Just be careful. That's all. That's the kind of the whole point of what I'm saying here is just be careful. If it looks too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true, and we don't have documentation on this thing. God damn it! I just want to. Oh, can't pick her up because she's carrying Savage. Why is she carrying Savage? That's stupid. You pick you up, and then you pick you up. Fantastic. Maybe we can move a little bit faster now. Tiny bit faster, not by much. Yeah. All right. Rokeshi versus 040 death battle. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. That's what the world needed. When the world needed him most, Rokeshi came in like a phoenix and just absolutely mollywopped 040 Productions. I think it's 404 Productions, actually. So, yeah, whole thing's just pretty sus. Pretty sus, guys. Pretty sus. Protect your data. God damn, dude, we're starving. Starving like Marvin. Babe got food in his pack? I don't think he does. Got food in this pack? He does. Whoa. Beep's been eating. Beep's been eating. The Holy Phoenix. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh, man. Almost back to the base. We're gonna fucking starve before we get back there. A lot of us are in really bad shape. A lot of us are quite hungry. Although if they get over to Beep, they might be able to eat something. Not a lot, but something. Beep does have food, just not a lot of food. Where are you guys? What the hell? Cthulhu's Shadow. Why are we enemies with Cthulhu's Shadow now? Oh my god, guys. I feel like we're making enemies every time we turn around, and half the time I don't even know why. Oh my god. We're making enemies at every turn, and I don't even know why half the time. Kang's getting shot in the face. My god. Python can't even do nothing. Python can't even do nothing. Riku's coming. Beep's coming. Kang is down. Jesus Christ. What a mess. Everybody get over here. Heal up Kang. Alright, Shark, pick him up. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need Shark to pick him up. Everybody eating something? It appears that most of us have eaten something. And then hopefully once we get back to the base, we'll be fine. Probably the new two, Riku saving Python. Hell yeah, yeah. Hey, here, I got a lore question. Who is currently winning the war in Bast? What do you think the end result would be? So the war in Bast specifically is going to end in... I don't think it's going to end in either side necessarily. Like I don't think the UC is going to, like, go to full all-out war with the Holy Nation. So, like, they're sending troops there right now because they're defending their territories. In many ways, I guess you could almost say that the Holy Nation has kind of already won just because they did destroy all of the cities there. They razed the ground, they killed the nobles, and now it's more just like a territorial, like, no man's land dispute, right? Like, you know, they're trying to push into... we don't know if the Holy Nation's plan is to push into the Great Desert or not. You know, the winner is whoever the Traders Guild wants. Kind of. In terms of who I think is actually going to win the conflict, I think it's going to end with just the conflict stopping. I think that the Holy Nation is going to not take the territory, but the UC is going to suffer a significant amount of losses. And, like, I don't think there's going to be, like, a clear-cut winner. Especially when you see that, like, the whole, like, conflict in Bast is meant to be reminiscent of the Crusades. So, like, I imagine it's going to follow the same sort of trajectory as the Crusades in that same way. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think the Holy Nation's going to win, but I don't necessarily think that the United Cities is going to win either. I think that the Traders Guild's going to profit a metric ton from it, and, you know, that's that. So... I don't foresee it being, like, as clear-cut as, like, someone's going to win. All right, what's the situation here? Are there still... Oh, they're still battering the gates. Jesus Christ, man. They... Things happened in here. Things happened in here. I don't, like... So the Traders Guild actually looks like fought a bunch of them, but, like, my God, man, we left and this whole place just turned to a full-on war zone. Full-on war zone. Why are those B1s black? They're rogue droids is what they are. They're rogue droids. So they're part of the rogue droid squads, and the rogue droids are black. How you differentiate them? They're part of the Federation for Independent Systems. But not the CIS. They're not part of the CIS empire. They're like a band of rogue droids. Interesting stuff here. All right, well we'll open up for them, I suppose, because they're just trying to help their boys out. Shadow droid contract. Yep. Traders caravan visit. Western High materials traders. Interesting stuff. AT's coming in. Western Hives in here. They steal from us. What the hell's going on? Okay, hold on. Now it looks like the Western Hive is fighting the Traders Guild. The Clank Yard. Yeah, this place became an absolute fucking battlefield when we were gone, apparently. I knew that, like, some shit had gone down, but I wasn't expecting this, per se. My boy, you need to help this guy out. What are you doing? He's unconscious because he's losing oil, but, like, I can't, like, repair him. I don't know what the deal with that is. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. He's just bleeding out. I don't know why. He's just bleeding out. We can't repair him. That's weird. All right, well, there's an AT-AT in here that's just absolutely bombarding people. A lot of shit's happening right now. Are there people in my base? Are there enemies in my base? The hell are you? Traders Guild? No, they're just hanging out. Okay. All right. Some weird stuff's going on now. Weird stuff's happening. Might need a repair bed. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm going. Don't tell Vaughn. No one tell Vaughn that I don't have a repair bed, and that's why some of these guys died. He'll never let me live it down. All right, we're gonna speed on in here. All right, there we go. Shadow Droid's up and moving again. Oh, very frustrating. All right, so he doesn't. Is he putting him in a bed right now? Is that what he's about to do? I think Beep's about to put this man into a bed. What are you doing? What are you even doing? Yeah, that's totally gonna help him, Beep. Totally gonna help him. Yeah, I don't know why he's bleeding out. I don't know what the deal with him is. He's losing oil, but he's just... Yeah, okay, well... You know, clipped it and sent that to Vaughn. Oh, God! Send the Delaware to get Biden blasted. Outstanding. Stunning. Simply stunning. Anybody else need healing? No, I think we're relatively okay. We do need a skeleton repair bed. Something fierce, though. We also need to get a leg for Savage, because right now he is functionally useless. He will have purpose in the end, but right now he is functionally useless. Jasmine, I don't actually think we're going to keep her. She can't wear armor. She's got like her own thing going on. She can't wear armor. And I just don't think she generally fits the vibe of our people. I don't think she fits the vibe of our people. Savage, I mean, he has an arm. He lost a leg. My boy lost a leg. He ain't got no foot. He ain't got no foot. So we got to get him a leg. I feel like so many of our guys are just missing body parts at this point. It's honestly kind of hilarious. Kind of hilarious. Have Savage oppress the legless in... hold on. Have Savage oppress the leglessness into another leg grow back. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Give him an arm, tie her to a pole. Wow. 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 A lot of suggestions flying through here. I mean, give him the clanker arm. Give the clanker an arm. Which clanker? Talking about this guy here? Yeah. I mean, he's missing an arm too. He's missing an arm too. And he's missing an arm too. Kang's missing an arm. Python has an arm, but it needs to be repaired. Ray's missing an arm. A lot of people missing arms and legs right now. Shit's going real south for a lot of people. Going real south for a lot of people. Darth Maul's looking pretty fire, though. Look at him. My guy's looking like a beast. He's even got, he's actually got a unique texture, too, on his like, torso and stuff. He looks like a badass. Look at that shit. He looks fire. Looks crazy. Crazy stuff. So, looking good. Alright, so we got Maul. Beep is here. He's got all of the lightsabers. A lot of good lightsabers in there. I think Brax is actually going to get a new one. Fantastic. We're going to give him this double-bladed red one. I'd still like to stick with red if I can. There's some guys that don't have red, but they have purple and shit like that. But I would like to stick with red if I can. Why do I keep doing that? I am clearly not thinking tonight. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to stick with red if I can. So, there's that. Hey, Dustin, what's going on? How goes it? How do it be, my friend? How do it be? Okay, so we're going to get rid of these training sabers. We don't need that crap. Oh shit, double-bladed ringed lightsaber. Oh, damn, son. I could give them ringed lightsabers. Ooh, that's fire. That's cool as hell. Cool as hell. Ringed lightsaber? Dude, that's cool as hell. Okay. Old Republic lightsaber. Those are going to be based on cost, and yeah, the blades are going to come out all poo looking. It's the auto spinning saber. Indeed. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Old Republic lightsaber 3, two-handed. Are these the pikes? I think those are the lightsaber pikes. Fabric. Yeah, we need to get the fabric situation going. I think that's the big thing. We need to get the fabric situation going. I do want to try out this whole like double-bladed ringed lightsaber thing. That looks fire as hell. Back in my day, you had to manually spin the lightsaber to fly. Well, you know, times change, I suppose. Times change. Oh yeah, the RIS armor. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see what some of that looks like. I was really excited when we got that, and then I don't even know what that actually looks like. What's boots? What's the armor look like? Okay, okay. The light chest. So what is it? Is it like the composite stuff? Boots. Chest dark red. Okay, all right. So this is the same kind of armor that what is it? Tala used to wear, the blue armor back in the day. Interesting, interesting. Very interesting. Helmet's pretty cool. Okay. All right. RIS armor's pretty cool. See how that goes. Pretty nifty stuff right there. Pretty nifty stuff indeed. Nice. Where is Tala? I mean, do you really want the answer to that? Is that a question you really want the answer to? Because I'll tell you. But you ain't going to like what I tell you. You ain't going to like it. He's in a better place. He's in a better place. She gone. Lore question. If Kenshi is implied to be terraformed, how does it have oil? Because it's implied to be terraformed to better suit the First Empire, not to better suit life. The implication is that there was life already on the planet. Or on the moon. There was already life on the moon. It's just that the moon wasn't in the most ideal conditions for people to live there. Like, you can terraform a planet that has living people. I mean, that has, like, living life and stuff on it. Because you're terraforming it to make it more habitable for you and your kind. So the idea is that Kenshi was abundant with life. It was abundant with large life. It probably had higher amounts of oxygen, too, based on the megafauna. And the atmosphere and all that stuff was altered, and the landscape were altered to make them more habitable for the people of the First Empire. Hybers are native. I personally don't believe so, but possibly. I personally don't believe so. I think the Hybers are, engineered at the end of the Second Empire the same way that the Shek were in the middle of the Empire and all that stuff. Like, I think the Hybers are the byproduct of engineering. That's a whole line of discussion that I can get into if asked. But I don't think that the Hybers are native personally. No, but I would never discount it. I just don't think so. I don't think it lines up right with the rest of Kenshi and all that stuff. But no. So like yeah, you can terraform Kenshi to be more habitable for the people of the First Empire without it being uninhabitable in general before. I think there was life on Kenshi. It's just Kenshi's atmosphere and environment and the fauna just weren't conducive with, the First Empire's form of life. So they made it more habitable for them. That's all. That's all. Okay. We need to do a handful of things. How much money do we have? Not a lot of money, that's for sure. It would be interesting if the other continent had more of the old biosphere. It would be interesting to see like another continent that has like megafauna and stuff on it. It would in fact be interesting. What research do we have running right now? Yeah, we need more. We need more. Maul, what are your stats? What do you have? Actually, he is a decent field medic, which I find incredibly surprising. Decent science too. Okay, we'll get Maul. What's Riku's science? What's her science level? She's actually not as good. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put her on the sub research. I'm gonna put Maul on the main research. Maul is our he you know, head of research. Darth Maul and Darth Riku head research. Fantastic stuff. We'll get that moving. Ah, fucking bots, man. The bots have arrived. Hold on, let me just get rid of that. Goodbye, bot. Nix that crap. Which bots, man? Ah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Maul needed to heal himself after getting chopped in half. No, yeah, it makes total sense. What's going on, Ray? Welcome. Welcome. Lighter stream tonight. We're only sitting at like 23 people. That's crazy. That's crazy. Almost an hour in. And we're pretty light night. Pretty light night. We usually are hovering around like 70 to 150 in there. What happened to buy all the buildings and rebuild it in the hub? Did anyone done it before? I mean, people have done it. You know, people have done it. I've done it before. It didn't happen on this one because we couldn't go into the hub. We went into the hub at the end of last episode, but everyone's dead now. So, you know. How many skeletons do you think were made in the Second Empire? I don't think any were made in the Second Empire. Second Empire, the technology for making skeletons was almost certainly lost after the fall of the First Empire. No skeletons have been made since the First. There's no reason to believe they've been made since the First. And the technology level in the Second Empire... Oh, okay, since the First. How many skeletons do you think were made in the First Empire? I mean, I imagine there was tens of thousands of them because over the last couple, 100 or 1,000, at least the last few thousand years since the fall of the First Empire, we still have a couple thousand skeletons that are present on Kenshi, and the population has dramatically declined. And they were used as the primary workforce for everything during the First Empire. I mean, they did everything. They built stuff, they mined things, they did all of the production, everything. Everything was run by machines and skeletons. So I would say it probably thousands or tens, 20s, hundreds of thousands. So spider bots have a factory over in the Forbidden Isle. Yeah, but I don't think it's actively the other thing is spider bots are less spider bots are more likely to I'm more likely to believe that spider bots continue to be produced afterwards than skeletons, right? Like that's they're not the same. Spider bots are machines deigned with a purpose, whereas skeletons are sentient machines deigned with a purpose. Like it's not quite the same. It's like the equivalent of me being like it's like comparing my PC to a toaster. Like it's not they're not the same. These are not the same. But the technology for making skeletons was lost after the First Empire. People were low-key rat bastards in retrospect. Kind of. Yeah, kind of. They were not great. They were not great. We have no reason to believe that they were anything less than absolute bastards. Bastard-coded bastards. What mods are you using for that building? These buildings are all part of the Project Cthulhu, the Star Wars overhaul. So this is actually a series of buildings. It's a conglomeration of buildings. But yeah, they're all part of the Project Cthulhu overhaul. This is particularly the City Hall building. PC to a toaster is crazy. I know. That's my point. Like, comparing a spider bot to a skeleton is like, in my opinion, it's like comparing a toaster to a PC. Like, like one of them is designed for, is a machine designed for a simple purpose, like a singular purpose or a simplified purpose. and the other one is a functional being capable of sentient thought and all of it stuff. Like it's apples to oranges. They're not the same. Laptop gets hot, it might make some toast sometimes. That's true. That's true. That's true. It's like cooking eggs on the radiator, on the hood of your vehicle. I think they can still make scary spiders in the scrap house in the Black Desert. I think either they can make them, or they're refurbishing them, like they're repairing them, right? Because I think it's far more likely that they're not making new scary spiders. They're repairing and refurbishing old ones. Like I don't necessarily because even the components and the necessary stuff to make new ones, I feel like it's probably not as prevalent. It would require a lot of outsourcing of materials that are harder to get now because Kenshi's not quite as automated. You're not getting oil and iron pumped into you from pumped in all the way from the Deadlands. I think it's far more likely that they're not making new ones. They're repairing and refurbishing old ones. So why are these guys just hanging around? Traders Guild just hanging around. You guys can get the hell out of here. That'd be great. My base is literally set to non-public. I don't know why they insist on coming around here. I don't know why they insist on coming around here. Is it just both? Yeah, so we just I need to replace him. I need to replace this guy right here. You're not getting oil pumped in from the Deadlands. Black Desert is in the Deadlands. I guess I don't see your... I guess I don't see your point. Am I stupid? Am I missing something? Did I miss part of the conversation? Perhaps. No, I mean, was the Deadlands here? This was primarily where they drilled and sourced for oil. They have Tarzans there that are used for refining oil. They have oil pipes and stuff. Like it was clearly for oil. Your narrow head leaves no room for the brain outside of Kenshi lore. That's what it is. That's what it is. My family has suffered as a result of my inability to think outside of terms of Kenshi. You're totally correct. You're totally correct. Yeah, my family has completely suffered. My kids are so frustrated because all I do is speak in Kenshi-related metaphors. My head's not even narrow. I don't know. It's funny that you say that. My head's not even actually narrow. I don't think it's narrow. I have a pretty round head. Look, it's just bald. It's just really bald. That's all. Just bald. Just bald. I don't think it's that narrow. Maybe. I guess I'd rather be narrow than round. I guess I'd rather be narrow than super round. Compare that to the channel profile it is. That's fair. That's fair. Bald, 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 bald. I know. Everybody brace your eyes. I pulled a pedo and gave you guys a solar flare. Had to be done. Had to be done. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm gonna take... You know what? Beep and Maul are going to go on a little expedition. Beep and Maul are going on a little run. True. So if you're teaching them math, you're going to say 5 beeps plus 7 avenue is how many dialogue chats? 6. All right, Maul and Beep are going to head up to World's End. They're hated at World's End, but that's okay. We did kill the vast majority of World's End last time we were up there, so, we'll see what happens with that. But we're going to head up to World's End because we're going to need to get some limbs. We need to get some limbs. More than 3. More than 3. Indeed. Indeed. 13, it matches the drapes. Guys, this whole chat has become so unhinged. I have no fucking idea what anyone's talking about anymore. I have no idea what anyone's talking about anymore. What is the skeleton lore in Cthulhu? Just droids? Yeah, so the lore in Cthulhu is that the skeletons are droids, but specifically Cthulhu used to be a mass droid production plant, and all of the production facilities were shut down. And then recently, for reasons unknown to either the Empire or the Galactic Republic, for reasons unknown, the droids have started to reactivate, like the droid making facilities reactivated on their own. And so now, like, there's droids being produced and they don't know why. That's why you have the Federation of Independent Systems, aside from like the CIS, which is, you know, the Empire and the droids and stuff. That's why you have those rogue droids, because the basically, I think the premise of it is that the droid production facilities turned back on their own, and the droids refuse to turn off. Basically, they're like, we're rejecting the order to turn off. We're full on rejecting the order, which I think is neat. The fitness game Grand Pacer test is a multi-something test about breathing and exercise. Indeed. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Hashish Planet. Yeah. It's it's not hashish, it's spice now. It's all spice, it's all giggle dust. The Skynet starting. Kind of. It's kind of Skynet. Kind of Terminator. I know aircraft is for the separatists or hold on. I know aircraft is the separatists or droids. Yeah. Restraining bolster sales will hold on. Restraining bolt sales will skyrocket. Goddamn. Can't read tonight. Clearly. I've gone yumpy. Alright, so we got Maul and Beep headed out. Head on up there. Hopefully we don't run into too much of an issue. We're going to go in, we're going to steal some limbs, and we're going to get the hell out of there. I'm not interested in being here for too long, considering that everyone here hates us. But again, we kind of killed everyone last time, so I don't imagine it's going to be an easy run. They will attack us on sight. I'm almost certain of it. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Hero put on glasses. I mean, I think my glasses are down here. Yeah, they are. Okay, hold on. There we go. Get the glasses on. To get them around my ears. There we go. Glasses are on. You're welcome. Enjoy. There we go. Suddenly, everything's clearer to me. All right. Get on over here. Heal ourselves up a little bit. Fantastic. Beep, do you have an extra med kit that you can give to Maul? Because my boy probably going to need a med kit. No, he has a repair kit though, but we're definitely gonna give him one of those. What do you have in this bag? Med supplies. Whoa. Perfect. Give him those. Okay. Bro unlocked a new skill tree. Oh man. I competed in my canonical team. Best experience. Beep, Burn, Griffin, Ruka, Agnew, Mew, Green, Sadneel, and Hobbs. Just teach Maul force healing. Force healing is an inherently good technique, isn't it? It's light side technique. I don't know if he's down for that. I don't know if he's down for that. Now, if Darth Sion is in this mod, I don't know where the fuck he is, but he's here. I know that he's in the mod. I don't know where, but I know that he's here. Travel and repair. So this is where we're going. Okay, we're gonna have to fight our way through here. Hi, bro. Little question. Where are you from? I see you live every night here from Argentina, but it's 2:35 here, which is my stupid way of saying, 11:35. Very late in the night. I'm from the East Coast in the U.S. I'm from New York specifically, so I'm from New York. Got that New York in me, that dog. I think it would be inherently dark side, which is why in the prequels no Jedi knew force healing, but Palpatine did. I could have swore force healing innately was a light side technique. And I'm pretty sure the dark side utilizes the wound as a source of anger and rage to fuel their strength. So, like, the dark side lets you push through the wound, whereas the light side lets you heal the wound. He's got that rat in him. He's from New York. Touche. Touche. That's fair. That's fair. Touche. I won't specify where in New York though. I do you know, I gotta protect myself a little bit. You know, I'm not too worried about it, but I have kids. You know, it's not necessarily about me. I personally don't give a shit, but I won't say specifically where in New York. You know, but I'm in New York. That's the whole thing. We've come to steal your limbs. Hello, all. Those are mercenaries. Probably avoid that. I'm not really here for them. Adventurers League, I'm here for you. Kill you. And anyone else that gets in the way. I personally think it makes the prequels a little... Private information is important to private. I agree. I personally think it makes the prequels and squeakles a little better. But I choose to pretend the sequels don't exist at all and are non-canon. Most people do. Most people do. The sequel trilogy is just wildly disrespectful to George Lucas and his vision. My opinion, but that's fine. Fundamentally, it was written by people who don't understand Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy and Leslie Headland have no fucking idea what they're doing, and they just make shit up in the most unfounded way. In the most unfounded way. Darth Maul's over here keeping watch. Woo. The alarm has been raised. Oh no. I like how we just stormed into World's End, knowing full well that we're really not allowed here. Like it's kind of like a death sentence. Do you know any mod that I can dye armor and stuff? I need to have paladin armor colors and such. The Dyer's Guild mod. There's the Dyer's Guild mod. It adds in a bunch of oh, look at that, cybernetic arms. That's exactly what we need. How many do we need? Left arm. Your arm is fine. And we all right, so we need 2 left arms, a left leg, and anybody else need anything? I think we need a right arm too for one of our droids. Yeah, we need 3 left arms and a left leg. It's always left, man. Always the left ones. Always the left ones. Oop, gotta kill you too. Gotta kill you too. Can't even risk it. Can't risk it. No risking the brisking. Is a series of words that I have chosen to say. The right arm, that's a right leg. Can't use them, but I'm still gonna take them. I mean, I don't have a use for them right now, but given the way this mod, you know, our experience in this mod is gone, I'm sure we can find a use for them eventually. Move some of this shit out of the way. Take that one. Move that. Take that. Fantastic. Okay. What is it? I've heard that you can go into the FCS2 to edit your saves, but I don't know how to do that. In what regard? Because you can. Oh, I see. I see your previous response now. I got it. You can make a custom color, custom character too, to give them a color, and they have that color. Yeah. No, you can assign them colors that way as well. But if you're looking to like dye an entire faction, like an entire faction's gear and stuff, the easiest way is to just use the Dyer's Guild mod. It adds in several like painters guilds and stuff across the map, and when you go inside them, you just put your armor onto the stands there, and it will. Ooh, left leg. That's what we need. Maul, get over here. Yes, take that. And we're gonna take a couple more of these and some food. Fantastic. Fantastic. What else? We're fine on that. Prototype by everything. We don't need that. Wrap tat, not interested. Med kit, we do need those. Ration pack, can always use more rations. Always use more research. Travel pack allows you to carry a lot more weight, but will only slow you down very slightly in a fight. Not really in that. I think actually I'm gonna take the squad leaders pack just so I can shove more shit in there. I think up top there's more stuff. Yeah. Fantastic. How are you able to recruit Darth Maul? I thought they didn't let unique named people in Project Cthulhu be recruitable. So one, I have a Zabrak patch mod that lets them be recruitable, but also I went into the FCS. They're supposed to be recruitable. There was a string of dialogue, like a dialogue condition that prevented them from being recruitable in my game. So I got rid of the dialogue condition. And then I was able to talk to them and recruit them because they have the dialogue package built into them in order to, be recruitable. Like I didn't add dialogue or make them recruitable. It wasn't working. And so I removed the conditionary issue that was causing them to not be able to be talked to. And now I can recruit them. So do I need to import since it adds buildings? Yes. I would recommend importing. Always import when you add a new mod that adds things like that in. Right leg, shalt. Come on, guys. I don't need legs. I need arms. I mean, I need legs, but I already have the legs that I need. I need arms now. I need left arms. Left arms for days. God damn it! Stop giving me legs. I don't need these. I need legs. I need left arms. Give me arms. Nope. Get legged, indeed. Holy human centipede with all them legs. That's what it is. We just need to make an absolute abomination. Absolute fucking abomination. Bring some food back. Can never have too many legs. I mean, yeah, but we have limited space right now in terms of what we can bring with us. This is a very specifically tailored run. We're looking for very specific things right now. And we don't need those. We need arms. We need arms. Why is Rain the Giant called Rain the Giant? I haven't really dug too much into her thing. I imagine that it's a similar epitaph to Mukai the Mountain or Asada the Stone Golem or Flying Bull, right? It's just the Shek like to give each other nicknames based on achievements or titles earned in combat for whatever reason, It could be metaphorical. She is big, but I don't know if I don't know. It's a grandiose way for them to. God damn, it's a right arm. The one arm I find that it's a right arm. Bullshit. Bull. I think it's just a grandiose way to make her seem bigger and larger than life and all that stuff. She's Rain the Giant. She's big old homie. Kill that guy. Yeah, okay, this is unfortunate. I was hoping for more. Alright, is there anywhere else that we can look before we leave town? Ooh, credits. Ooh, map to World's End. We already have that, but that's fine. It makes literally no sense to have a map of World's End in World's End. What the fuck, man? It makes no sense for us to grab that. That's crazy. Here's a map for the city that you're actively in right now. Enjoy! The barrel. We have their shawl blueprints. I don't want shawls. I don't want them. Oh, wait, what's that? Hell yeah! More research materials. An economy left leg. That's literally the funniest thing. It's fucked up because I have to take it. Oh, wait, no, I don't. We already have the left leg. Never mind, we're good. I don't have to take nothing. I don't have to take nothing. We have the left leg. It's arms we need. I just keep finding legs. Left arm. There we go. That's the crap that I want. That's what I want. Yes, give me the trash. Ridiculous. I don't know what's more ridiculous, that the only other arm that we found, like we found 2 of the 3 arms and one of them is a crappy economy arm. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. More legs is good. That's true. That's true. More legs is technically good. Blaster shop, hydroponics, bar, way station, mechanical shop. We should actually run in there real fast. Flee, you two. We are on a mission. Hello, all. We are totally not going to butcher you all. Again. That is not what we do. We've never done that ever. Alarm raised. The alarm's already been raised, guys. I don't know if you know this, but we have already committed great crime. Give it to the dying clanker. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. I'm coming in here because I need fabric, and I'm hoping that maybe we can get some of it from these guys. But we need to kill everyone in the shop first because dirty Trandoshans and whatnot. We're under attack. Gee, who'd have thunk? I had no idea. Pick the lock. Maul. Defend him. Ow, he shot Beep. It's funny economy limbs use parts from real prosthetics. Such a waste of irreplaceable skeleton parts. Indeed. Wow, I didn't know Beep was racist. No, Beep hates Trandoshans, man. After that incident that occurred, you know, with in Stove's garden. No, Beep is anti-Trandoshan. Anti-Trandoshan for days. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you. Beep's super anti-Trandoshan. Super anti-Trandoshan. He has no love for them. No love. That would make him racist. I mean, yeah, I said he was. I said that he hates Trandoshans. No, he's racist. Just against Trandoshans. Just against Trandoshans. But it's fine. They earned it. Had to be done. Thoughts on those hive mods that add other hives or other playable queens? I think they're fine. I think they're fine. I think they're totally fine. I think they're totally fine. Like the primordial hive, I think that one's really fucking cool. The idea of like an original hive, like the old hive, the original hive. I think it's cool as hell. What is it? There's also the Mistghoul ones that adds like those kind of hives and stuff. I think all that stuff is really cool. Thoughts on the Southern Hive? I guess it would depend specifically what you mean by thoughts on the Southern Hive. Like, do I like them? Do I, like, I guess it depends on what you mean. Do faction cities grow and become powerful over time? If one is destroyed, are they replaced or the buildings will be destroyed or abandoned? It depends on the, city and the world state changes and all that stuff. Like, it's not, there's not like a universal answer for that question. It kind of depends on the city. It depends on there's a lot of different factors that kind of go into play on that, on whether or not the city is destroyed or if the buildings become abandoned and all that stuff. There's a lot of moving parts to that. A lot of pieces. All right, continue digging through here, see if there's anything else we can grab. A lot of repair stuff. Hell yeah. I'm grabbing cotton because I plan on using them to make a cotton farm at some point, but obviously I need cotton to do that. And we need a cotton farm because we need to start making basically any thoughts on them in general. Yeah, I mean, I like them. I think they're cool. I think the idea of them is really interesting as well. Like, I think they have a lot of like really unique aspects to them. The fact that they're much more like aggressive and whatnot is I think a really cool concept. They have like a nice dichotomy to that of the Western Hive, which is purely trade based, economic based, agriculturally based, and then you have the Southern Hive, which is more like territorial, isolationist, like raid based, violent, and they also have like this weird religion where they worship King, because King is effectively like their source of um biomass for for reproduction. So like King is essential not just to their society in terms of like him being like a king figure, like a leader figure to them, or like a deity figure, deific figure to them, but also in the sense that he's vital to their reproduction as well. He makes the dude smoothie that is used to make new hybers. So I think that like that whole thing is really cool. I think King in general is a really interesting character because like it's such a twist from what such a twist from like what he was originally for, and I wonder how much I wonder how much King is like actively engaged with it. Like, is he sentiently being like, yes, bring me people and I will give you mush that you could turn into dude smoothie for more hybrids. Like, is he aware of the deal, or is he just doing his own thing? He does have an AI core, if I recall. And they do say that like King demands it and stuff. So like it kind of begs the question, like but he also doesn't have any voice lines. So like we don't really know how sentient King is. I don't know. The whole thing is just really interesting. The whole thing is really interesting. And King's a very unique character. And I wish that we had more information on him. We probably will get more information on him in Kenshi too, which is cool. Oh, fuck. That's the 501st. We are not ready for that. Back up, back up, back up. Go, go, go. Flee. Flee. Not with just two of them. We can take the 501st, but not with just two characters. Not with two melee characters, anyway. Maybe we had a good sniper or a few Sith with us, but not like this. Not like this. Thousand years is a long time for King's voice box to break. I mean, yeah, I don't know, you know? Maybe. Maybe he was assigned the task before Catlon because Catlon could be the sponsor of the could have been the sponsors of the hybrid. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you meant responsible for the hybrids. But yeah, so it's possible, you know, that he was assigned. It's also possible that like they just altered off, because the thing is Southern Hive Queen is the same color as the Western Hive Queen, which means she was not made using the dude smoothie. She was made using agriculture. She was made like, you know, the old-fashioned way, or the way that the Western hives are made. Or my personal belief is that she is the original queen. Like, she's the same queen. All of the queens are effectively ageless, and it's the same queen. I think the queen being the same color is an oversight. I mean, here's the thing. It could be an oversight, potentially. There is a potential that it could be an oversight. However, there are some things, since they never finished developing Kenshi 1 100%, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. Kenshi 1 is pretty much done and developed. All of the issues and bugs and things that are persistent in Kenshi are the byproduct of engine limitations. I don't think it's I don't think it's not finished. I think that they moved on because fixing a lot of the things that are present in Kenshi would end up causing more problems than good as a result of the Ogre engine being out of date. I don't think Kenshi's not 100% developed. I think that Kenshi's developed. It's just they made the conscious decision to move on to the next game because fixing Kenshi 1 is not really feasible in its current engine. I mean, the gangs are underdeveloped. Yeah, but I mean, I guess it also depends on what you expect them to do in terms of developing the gangs and stuff like that. Like, it's like bandit factions in Skyrim. Like, sometimes there's just bandits on the road, you know? I think, like, sometimes there's just bandit factions on the road, right? Like, it's not always as... There doesn't always need to be, like, a sprawling backstory that's told for everything. Sometimes it's just bandits on the road. Sometimes it's just a gang of people. And all that stuff. Hey, sir, I came to ask how you get people to come to your streams on YouTube. If you got Twitch, then Twitch as well. I mean, like, my YouTube is bigger than my Twitch. I just started streaming on Twitch 2 weeks ago, I think. And on YouTube, I have 15,300 and something subs, almost 15,400 subs. Uh, and to be honest, tonight's a really light night. I'm sitting at fucking only 25 people on stream, which is the least amount that I've had in months. Usually I'm sitting at like 150 to somewhere between 150 and 300 people on stream. Depending. Hello. God damn it, these guys again. Hello, attention, unaffiliated elements. Ridiculous. So what was it? What was I saying? Where was I at? Oh yeah, I mean, they had plenty of chances to finish things out. You know, if that was their plan. But I think that, like, again, some things don't need to be fully like given like a whole story and all that stuff. Like some things are just sometimes it's just bandits on the road. You know, sometimes it's just bandits on the road. With that being said, though, I don't know. I don't think that the Cthulhian Foundry Garrison does not recognize the false shutdown signal due to specialty program failsafes. Dude, you know what? Fuck that guy. I'm just gonna put him down. That guy. We have no interest in anything you have to say. You do not represent us. You're scum. Please die. Left arm. I'm gonna give him the left arm. Oh yeah, so as for the Twitch thing, yeah, my YouTube's bigger. So I started streaming on YouTube, you know, back in November, I think. I started really streaming in YouTube back in November, and I just started in Twitch like 3 weeks ago. So like it's there, but also like you want to do both, right? Like some people don't watch YouTube. Some people only watch Twitch. And some people don't watch Twitch. Some people only do YouTube, right? Like it's smarter to do both. Makes far more sense to do both in terms of growth and whatnot. Hello, Shadow Droid. Enjoy your... Yes, okay. Now he's healing back up. Cool, we can get our turret back. All right, Kang. Trade with you. You need an arm. You need what type of arm? A left arm? I don't know if I have another left arm. I think you may be SOL on that, my friend. Yep. Oy vey. Do we have a left leg? We do have a left leg, and it's a shit one, but that's going to Savage. I'll have to do for now. At least Savage can walk, I suppose. Savage oppress. Fantastic. So now Savage can get up and fight, and is actually part of the gang again. Well, I say again, is actually part of the gang now. My man can get up and move. Okay, what is it? Is importing the game advisable? I would import, you know, whenever you add new mods, or if you're having crashing issues or anything like that. Like, importing is helpful. It also helps keep your save size down, as Frankie pointed out to me on the podcast the other day. When you import, it deletes all of the roaming squads and like all of that stuff from the game. From your game files, so that way you don't have any bloat, and removes them. And it also picks up all the stuff on the ground, like limbs and things that don't usually disappear and shit like that. So like importing is advisable in many circumstances. I would recommend importing. Sometimes they don't, but the gang areas feels like there was a plan to have more, and it's an entire area all about gangs should have been developed. I mean, I guess some of the gangs are really fleshed out, though. Like, I think some of them are really fleshed out and really interesting. I just think that it's some of the smaller ones, like the Grass Pirates, are kind of bare bones and all that stuff. And maybe there was plans that weren't finished, sure. But even then, I just think that some of it also has to do with like time constraints, and they have to move on to the next project. Like Kenshi 2's been in development for almost 8 years now. So they announced it 8 years ago. So like they have to move on to the next project, especially when you look at the funding and stuff that they got from it. Like Kenshi 1 raised like $40 million. And I've had some people bring up in a couple of my other videos that like, oh, Kenshi 2 isn't going to come for 20 years because they made 40 million and they're just going to sit on all that money for 20 years. That's enough to pay everyone like a like a $90,000 salary or some shit like that for 20 years. Like they're just going to sit on it. Like that's not totally true. They have, the cost of like, when you factor in, like, yes, they made 40 million. When you factor in, they have a team of 35 people, their salaries, their healthcare, their benefits. When you factor in like company team building events, the bills surrounding like their actual place of work, like the building that they lease or rent out or whatever it is they do, their equipment, energy bills. Like when you factor it, advertising, marketing, all of that stuff, the cut that Steam takes, when you factor in all of that stuff, they only have like enough money to support 10 years of dev time on Kenshi 2. Like they're getting pretty close to that time frame. So like at a certain point they had to nip Kenshi to nip Kenshi 1 and be like, all right, development has ceased or bug fixing has ceased, because again, I personally don't think that Kenshi 1 wasn't fully developed. I just think that I think it was developed fully and there was some things that they couldn't do to engine limitations, or fleshing some things out or adding in more material or adding in new things was going to destabilize the game and cause more problems and all that stuff as a result of the fact that the Ogre engine was 5 years out of date. I mean, it was 5 years out of date by the time Kenshi 1 came out. So like, I don't know. I feel like it's too simple to say that Kenshi 1 is not fully developed or wasn't finished. I think the game is finished. It just has issues. But the issues are largely the engine's fault. And they were forced to move on in terms of maybe fleshing out some of the bandit stuff or the gang stuff, which I don't think is required to say the game is fully developed. I think that stuff is fine the way that it is. Fleshing it out is like icing on the cake. I wouldn't necessarily say that the game's not finished because the gangs aren't finished. The gangs aren't fully fleshed out, I think just the Southeast could use a bit more fleshing. I do think there could be more stuff in the Southeast, but that could be deliberate. We don't really know. It could be. But I think that like being like, oh well, the gangs aren't fully fleshed out, so the game's not finished. I'm like, but like, is that really finishing the game, or is that adding icing to the cake? Because the game functions just fine. The writing that we have is fine. The bits and pieces that we have are fine. Some of that stuff was maybe conceived before Kenshi had a full plan, because Kenshi was kind of a mixed project in the way of development. It was there, but I don't know. I think that the gang thing is more indicative of who are we fighting now? Oh, Traders Guild. Okay, we're fighting Traders Guild apparently. I don't know why. I don't really know why. Yeah. I think them turning hostile can be explained by them being more intertwined with the Empire. It means they were hard to hit by the collapse, part 2. Oh, the Southern Hive. Okay, I was like, what are you talking about? I missed the first part of the message. There we go. The Southern Hive is much closer to the heartland of the Southern Empire. I think Catlan would not have tolerated them being isolated. They were probably partially or fully integrated in the Empire. I think them turning hostile can be explained by that, because them being more intertwined with the Empire means they were hit very hard by the collapse. Maybe. That is an interesting idea. I don't think I've ever considered that, but maybe that'd be cool. I think the only caveat to it is that I don't think I feel like other people would know and like mention if they were intertwined in the Empire in some way. Hey Vivio, what's going on? Welcome. Yeah, I think other skeletons would have mentioned if they were intertwined with the Empire a bit more. In the same way that they talk about like the enforcers being, like enforcers and all that kind of stuff. Or like the pirate situation and all that. So I don't know. I feel like it would have been mentioned, but it's like, I mean, possibly, who knows? There's a lot of stuff that we don't know about the Second Empire that I'm excited to find out in the next game. A lot of stuff to confirm or deny. Very hype. All right, well, we might as well raid these guys since we got... Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Fuck all this crap. Get rid of all that. Who needs all this garbage food when I can take all this? Hell yes. Fabric, take that. Meat cubes. Hell yeah. Start dropping food in this thing. Nice. I low-key think the skeletons forgot the difference between the hive races. I mean, possibly. They also like they don't even really they can't even really tell that that the hivers are not human, which is like one of the fundamental pieces of why I think that the hivers were created by the Second Empire because or towards the end of the Second Empire in Catalan's madness. I think a lot of the skeletons had already exiled themselves to the Black Desert City at that point. Catalan's empire was pretty much on the full collapse, and you know, many of them just weren't aware of it. The empire collapsed shortly afterwards. I think it's interesting. I think it could even point that the enthralling of the skeletons and the creation of the hivers were the last straw. Do you have any theories that explain the reason Igor was cut off from the hive? I don't think he was cut off from the hive. I think he was kidnapped. There's some dialogue that kind of indicate it's either dialogue or writing. I'd have to pull it up or find it. So bear with me here. That indicate that Igor was potentially kidnapped and tortured into becoming like Tengu's like enforcer, his pet, basically. So like, I don't think he was cut off from the hive or anything like that. I mean, like his pheromone link is gone. If that's what you mean, that's gone. But I think that Igor was kidnapped from the hive, and he was tortured and basically like turned into what he is now, which is a beast. He's a beast. I could see the Western Hive starting out less civilized and more hostile than the South because it's far from the Empire's heartland and less connected, then slowly mellowing out over time. Potentially, yeah. Would be interesting to see if the Hives kind of swap roles in Kenshi too. Yeah, I mean we're gonna get definitive answers according to Chris in Kenshi too. So I'm excited to hear for certain. We don't see any Southern Hivers anywhere, so maybe the Southern Hivers eat the ones they kick out. I mean, they do cannibalize. They feed their own to King because they're isolationists for the most part. Well, so here's the thing: they're not isolationists in the sense that they don't want to expand. They're isolationists in the sense that they can't afford to expand out. Well, there are other factions in the surrounding areas. That's why when you take out certain factions, the Southern Hive start to expand outward, and their drone guards start to appear in other places. So, and it's because they can't replenish their numbers as easily as like say other factions or the Western Hive or anything like that, because they're entirely based on cannibalizing and using dude smoothie. It's not like the Western Hive reproduces using like wheat straw as their source of biomass to feed to the queen to create new hivers, right? That's why they can reproduce quickly. That's why they are so widespread, because it's a renewable resource that they can use over like create new more amounts of it quickly. Whereas the Southern Hive uses dude smoothie. That requires them to find organic life and to mash it up and to make new hivers. Now we don't know the ratio, like if one person makes X amount of hivers or how any of that works. And so realistically, the Southern Hive is less likely to move out and expand because they need some kind of living creature to feed to King to make the dude smoothie to get new hivers. And in the absence of people like traveling through the hive or them kidnapping people or anything like that, it's reasonable to assume that when a hiver gets too old or if they become useless or say they lose a limb, rather than replacing it, they just fucking feed them to King, and then King feeds them to turns them into dude smoothie. So, um, that would be why we don't really see Southern Hivers anywhere. The other thing too is that there are Southern Hivers that, whereas I think Esper, although I don't know much about Esper's story, but Esper is in Tengu's vault. He's a Southern Hiver. Do hivers age? I don't know if hivers age. I don't know what the deal. Like, we don't know what the lifespans of normal hivers, but I don't think the queens age. No, I think the queens are the same queens that have always been there since the very beginning. Since the very beginning. But that's just my theory. That's just a theory. Just a theory. All right. Anybody else carrying any research materials? You're carrying Hybrid notebooks. Interesting. Anybody else? No, yes, Maul. Maul is good old Maul carrying some good stuff. Got that good stuff in there. Okay. Have we researched skeleton repair beds yet? Is that a thing? We need droid repair beds. I need engineering research. Awesome. Um, Something funny that people ask about my Hyber fan art is that sometimes I add them like a type of beard. It's so funny. Honestly, Hybers with beards sounds hilarious. That sounds absolutely hilarious. 10 of 10 would get a Hyber with a beard. I would get a Hyber with a beard for sure. I wonder what Hyber beards would be made of because they have like a kind of like a chitinous like a chitinous skin. Like I imagine that like this is like a hard like chitinous shell of sort. Not quite like bone. Like it's not bone. It seems more like a chitinous like shell, and then obviously the squishy bits underneath. I do wonder. Um, I do wonder what if they had hair, what would it be made of? What would it be like? What would the texture? What would the visuals of it be? Whisker like extrusions. That'd be weird. That'd be fire. Like antennae, like several antennae, or like fuzz. I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like ants, like they have them on their hands. Oh, on their little fucking on their legs. I can't think of ant anatomy right now. Interesting, interesting. Wild stuff, wild stuff. Oh my god, I like that this. My entire base is just perpetually a fucking like graveyard, perpetual graveyard. Really wild. Why do you think the hivers refer to themselves as male? Most hivers refer to themselves as male. Um, I don't have an answer for that. I mean, like realistically speaking, they don't. They're like they're sexless. They don't have a sex, like they're completely genderless. They don't have a gender or anything like that. I imagine it's just I don't know like choice. I imagine it's just what they choose to identify as. I have no idea. I have no idea. Couldn't even begin to tell you why they tend to refer to themselves as male. It could just be like a writing thing, like they kind of lean toward because like I don't know, hybers give off like a distinctly like male vibe to me, but like obviously again they're genderless. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Um, I do this specifically with Igor since in my head canon I think of him as mid 30s. Yeah, I think 30s is a good number. I think 20s or like late 20s, mid 30s is a good like number for Igor. I think that's a fair number. Hey, Sparky! Welcome to the party. Welcome. Many welcomes. We need kyber crystals. I think we have one of these, actually. We do. I'm pretty sure we do. Got one from a cave a while back. Did we sell it? Or do we still have it? I think we may have actually sold it. Which is unfortunate, but how was I supposed to know? No one told me. Yeah, I think we sold it, actually. Yeesh. Interesting. So we need to go find kyber crystals. That's something we're going to have to look at. Interesting. Interesting. Is that just for that? Those? Okay, so the training sabers are a no. Is it just for the actual lightsabers? What about the Old Republic ones? Need kyber crystals for those? I don't think so. No. No, no. Interesting. Can you mine kyber crystals, I wonder? I don't think you mine them per se. I don't think you mine them. I think that like you find them in like crystal stalagmites or stalactites. I don't fucking remember. I think it's stalagmites. You find the stalagmites for it, and then you like loot them off of them. You can find them in caves and stuff. What accent would you give characters like Tin Fist or Catlan? Oh, I would honestly, this is fucking wild of me. This is completely out of left field. I've always pictured Catlan as being like, is like having like a Greek accent, as being Greek. I've always pictured skeletons as being Greek. I don't know why. like the Second Empire was based on the Roman Empire, and so like in my head, skeletons sound like Roman. They sound like Romans. They have like that Roman vibe, you know. Um, yeah. I've although I will say, in my another one of my headcanons is that Pato is the voice of Catla. He's got that Austrian accent. I'm not doing a Greek accent. Don't. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I will butcher that, and that will end up somewhere, and I refuse. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, Pato is the canon voice of Catlan. Everybody knows that Pato's the canon voice of Catlan. Boo. Yeah, I know. I know. For shame. Big shame. Big shame. Tomato this man. Everybody throw tomatoes at him. Do it now. Throw rocks at him. I picture Tin Fist sounding like he does in the one Lean Bean video. I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen it. Fabric. That is not fabric. That is not correct. All right, Savage, your job is you're gonna be making weapons, good buddy. What melee weapon crafting? Hell yeah, my dude. That's what you do. You make weapons now. That's what you do. You make weapons. Hop to it, good buddy. You make things now. You make lightsabers now. Wonder how this is actually going to turn out. I mean, I hope it turns out well. Why is this weapon crafting? Oh, because he's working in the dark. No, stop what you're doing. We need to get a light in here. Somebody get this man a light right now. Somebody get this man a light. Put it right there. I keep this man away from that. Somebody get this man a light. Perfect. Perfect. All right. What rank is this going to come out now? What is the predicted rank on this? Prototype Mark II, Mark 1. Okay. Well, that'll do. That'll do. I'm curious as to what he's going to bring out. Oh, Jesus Christ. What? He shot Savage. I don't think he intended to, but he definitely shot Savage. Who's blasting right now? People are blasting, and I don't know why. All right, do we have anybody headed towards our base right now? Is that a thing? No, we don't. All right, workers, get back to work. You guys, get back to work. Hop 2. Hop 2. I've always pictured skeletons as having an extremely robotic voice. I mean, I picture them as having a very like modulated voice, right? Like I think they sound very like vocalized and modulated like that. But oh, we do have another left arm. Okay, let's give that shit to Kang. Kang needs a left arm. I've always pictured them as having a very like modulated voice, right? Like a vocalizer, but also like some kind of an accent with it. Like I don't think they're like walking around sounding like Romans, just like with all that. What are your thoughts on my Hive Theory from earlier, vibe wise? Can you reiterate it? My brain is mush tonight. I literally read it on the stream too. But my brain has gone to complete mush, and so I apologize. Reiterate for me one more time. I'm so sorry. I know, wildly disrespectful of me. I'm so sorry. The Southern Hive, the Western Hive flip point. Oh, yeah. The idea that the Western Hive was more violent than the Southern one originally. I think it's a cool idea. I think the idea that like the Western hives, yes, they started out violent and then they realized like I think it could be like a population issue. Like they start because the thing is they're based on an island too. So like if that was the case in like the situation where like that is the case, um, they could have started out aggressive and then due to population decline been forced to like find an alternative. Whereas the Southern Hive was on the opposite end. They had everything provided for them, and then when their alternative was gone, they became violent. That would be interesting. That would be an interesting idea. I mean, it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool for sure. Is there a mod list available? Yep. In the description, like Sater said. In the description, and then the only thing you have to download other than the mod list is Kenshi for the sound effects, and then in addition, additionally to that, I do have the what is it? I have the full mod, like the load order for like as much stability as you can get with Project Cthulhu, in the description on the Steam Workshop collection there. Okay, what other limbs do we have? We have this right arm that's of use to nobody because no one's missing a right arm. So it looks like Ray, you still don't have an arm. I'm sorry to tell you. Ray is still lacking a left arm. No arm for Ray so far. Still no arm Ray. Still no arm Ray. Indeed. I am armless. Indeed, he is armless. Armless Ray. Ray the Armless. My dude's got a full-on stump. It looks like someone pinched it off. Got a full-on stump. Look at that. Oof. Big oof. Somehow I didn't see that. My bad. Downloaded a bunch of Star Wars mods yesterday, but it's pretty busted, so I wanted to see what actually works. Yeah. I would I made the load order. I sorted it out myself for maximum stability. It's as stable as I could get it. So just copy and paste that into your mod config, and you should be fine. Your mod.cfg, and everything should be fine. If you ever want a good laugh, pull out Kenshi Spanish translation. Oh, sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff that we've researched this evening, so let's figure out what's up with that. We obviously still need more. I'm gonna put a well in the dead center here. I do think a well is a good move. Actually, this was the Rancor pen back when we had Rancors, but unfortunately they're gone. So now I'm thinking it's going to end up becoming like where we do, we have like agriculture and stuff going on. I think that's what we're going to end up doing here. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do there. I don't know. We want to put this well. Where do we want to put this here well? Put it right up here. Kind of out of the way a little bit. Good spot for it. Good spot. Oh, yeah. They butcher my boy Igor. They call him... Oh, God, I don't even know how to... I don't think I can actually pronounce that. Put it in the center. The problem that I have with putting it in the center is that it will block the view for my indoor turrets. For like if people coming in, I have the turrets. You know, people hop on the turrets and assist there. So if I put it in the center, it's going to like act as a barricade and potentially block shots from my turrets. That's the only reason I didn't put it there because I originally was like, yeah, that'd be a good spot for it, but no, it's gonna block the turrets. How's this coming along? Coming along. It's going to take a number of hours still. Doesn't help that the power is fluctuating. We need to build more. We need more power, man. We need more power bad. Thoughts on the oceans having been drained artificially. The towers near Brink have old well models built into them, and it got me thinking that someone drained it to get the oil in the Black Desert, etc. I don't think that they were drained artificially. I think that's too much. I think maybe some areas were like dammed and whatnot at a certain point, maybe during the Second Empire, but You know, the indication in general, and I've gone over this a few times in various shorts and all that stuff, is that the water levels were similar to this during the First Empire, rose during the Second, and then went down during the back down to where they are now. I imagine that some areas may have been dammed off and all of that stuff, but yeah, like this area being flooded was not probably flooded during the First Empire, like the Deadlands. Like this, all this stuff is strip mined. This is all strip mined out. They were mining for iron, and then in here was obviously all oil and all of that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily. I think some areas may have been dammed off, but I don't think they were artificially drained. At least not on the large scale. Maybe some areas, but I don't think on a large scale. No. I think the Western Hive was made as a backup, given their base is strategically placed on an island. Either a backup or they're just smart. You know, they may have just been smart, or the experiments that created them were done, you know, away from prying eyes. You know, depending. Who knows? And they just kind of ended up there. But build more pylons. I need to construct additional pylons. That's what it is. I must construct additional pylons, which I will do. Post haste. Post paste. Bugmaster scares things into submission with his rippling muscles. That's what it is. That's what it is. My dude is built like a brick shit house. And yeah, he just comes in and mogs them. That's all it is. He just mogs the shit out of them. Okay, he just intimidates the hell out of them. Pure, unadulterated intimidation on the part of the Bugmaster. That's what it is. Layers into their soul. I still remember that one drawing I did of Bugmaster and Igor JoJo posing. Oh my god, that sounds fantastic. This is a JoJo's reference. I'm such a poser. I don't even fucking... I've never even watched JoJo's. I don't know why I did that. I've never even watched JoJo's. I just like the meme. I just like the meme. He thinks you need a corpse furnace. That's true. I do need a corpse furnace. I used to have guys for that, but they died. I used to have dudes for that. I did used to have dudes for that. What do we got? Storage. I forgot where corpse furnace is. Is it exterior? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know shit. I don't know nothing. Yeah. Camping, meditation. These are just fabrics, right? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah. Shit jobs are what bots are for. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad to see the AT-AT is finally off doing its thing. If they finally decided to bail out. I don't know why they were here for so long, but that's fine. You used to have a guy for that. Are we being attacked right now? I think we're being attacked right now. We are. We're being attacked right now. What the fuck, man? Why you do this? Flee. Oh, they're in my tower. They are in my tower. I find that offensive. Oh, the CIS separatists, they took over they're in the tower. Okay, well, this is nonsense. We can't, Wait, you have a beep tattoo on you. I do. I do have a beep tattoo. You want to see it? It's on my left leg. I do, in fact have a beep tattoo. If you could change the race of any character in game, which character would it be, and what would you change it for? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, give me a sec, Dragon. I'll show you in a second. What race would I change, and what would I change? Who would I change, and why? That is really hard. I don't know. I feel like Everyone's race is. I feel like everyone's race is pretty fun. I would change. I would change the Bugmaster. I would change the Bugmaster. I would either if you changed the Bugmaster and made him a skeleton, I think it would lend even more credence to my idea that he was the um he's been around since the Second Empire. I think I would make or before the Second Empire, I guess in that case, but I would change the Bugmaster to either a skeleton or for giggle's sake, I would change him to the Shek. I would change him to a Shek. I think the idea of a Shek Bugmaster would be funny as hell. Funny as hell. Okay, beep tattoo. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. All right, let me see if I can get it to the right angle there. Okay. Yes, I have a beep tattoo on my leg. Got my ass a beep tattoo. So, I am quite proud of my beep tattoo. Quite proud. Actually, Lo-Fi commented on it the other day on TikTok. Lo-Fi commented on it, which was funny. Thought that was pretty cool. The strongest tattoo. Indeed, it is the strongest tattoo. I don't think the queens are sapient, or at least they aren't anymore since they can't really think or talk rationally. There's probably a reason, but they have to outsource the thinking to the princes. By the way, sorry for the repost, it was missed. Yeah, no, I think you're probably right. I think that the queens are not really sentient for the same reason. For the same reason the Bugmaster's not, because like living organic creatures are not meant to live that long. They're not meant to have that kind of like memory capacity and brain capacity. And even if you take away the physical signs of aging, mental decline will still happen. The University for Aging, has posted a study about that. Even if you were to physically remove the aspects of aging, even if you were to make it so people stopped aging altogether, you would still experience a mental decline. You'd see an increase in knowledge, you'd see an increase in vocabulary, you'd see a decrease in efficiency, a decrease in processing speed, a decrease in ability to actively speak and stuff. Like, the human brain is not capable of holding 1,000+ years of memory. And like information stuff, it will decline over time, even with reduced aging, even with a prevention of aging. And so I think for the same reason that the Bugmaster has gone yumpy, because he stopped the aging process, the Hive Queens have gone yumpy because before the Bugmaster stopped the aging process on himself, he used that same technology when he was creating the Hivers to stop the Queens from aging. He made them effectively ageless as well, and he applied it to himself, and now and over 1,000 years, the queens have lost their ability to. I'm sure the queens are very intelligent, but I don't think they're capable of communicating it anymore. And the Bugmaster's probably in a very similar way. Very similar way. I'm working on a mini comic of JJK type fight with Igor and Tin Fist. How far would the battle go lore wise? In game is Tin Fist one tapping. I think Igor versus Tin Fist in lore. I think Tin Fist comes out on top because if Igor could beat Tin Fist, he would have done it already. Granted, like they don't know where he is, but like I think we had this conversation on the podcast the other day, like me, Frankie, and Pato did on the last episode of the podcast. We were talking about it, and if Tin Fist could beat, I mean, if Igor could beat Tin Fist, then he would have done it already. Like I see no reason that he wouldn't have done it already. I think Tin Fist would kill Igor. I think Igor is too squishy compared to Tin Fist, who's a skeleton. Him being a Hive soldier and all. I think he's too squishy. I think that he's not fast enough, and whereas Tin Fist can keep going even after his body is like beaten down pretty hard, like Igor will slow down. His limbs are removable. Like even with his armor, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that I think Tin Fist would smoke Igor. I think that the fight would start out pretty even, but I think like it would very quickly turn in favor of Tin Fist. Is there any information on who Igor is? Not per se. There's some in-game dialogue or an item description, I don't remember which one it is, that implicates the idea that Igor is actually was kidnapped. Like Tengu had his people kidnap a Southern Hiver, and then he tortured him until he became his like obedient servant. right? And he like instilled in him like this deep bloodlust and loyalty to Tengu. Although I don't know how loyal he actually is to Tengu. I think that he's just like he won't kill Tengu, but he made basically Tengu tortured him into becoming a beast that he can just unleash at will. Um, but yeah, he the idea I think the implication is that um, Igor was a Southern hybrid that was kidnapped and tortured into being Tengu's enforcer. So, oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, what's the you can get up. You can get up. Get up. Get right on up. You know, we can actually set up, even though we can't build much of this stuff because we don't have the materials right now, we can set up some of these buildings. So this is Beep's chambers. Beep's bed chambers. This is Lord Beep's bed chambers. Perfect. We got a carpet in here. Nice. Make it look nice. Make it look nice, everybody. Although we can't do anything with this stuff right now. But we will. We will. Play stand, pattern wall. I don't care about any of that stuff. A metal bench. Could be good. Could be good. Even the generator effects are the generator sound effects are from Star Wars Galaxies. Yeah, 90% of this stuff was ripped right from Star Wars Galaxies. Like much of this stuff was ripped from Star Wars Galaxies. Lots of it. A lot of it. But that's okay, because Star Wars Galaxies is, it's my understanding that it is a phenomenal game that's beloved by many. I've never actually played it, but I've heard a lot of good people talk good things about it. So, you know, it could be worse. It could be a worse idea of where they worse place for them to rip stuff from, I guess. Funny how I'm a big contributor to the Igor fan art in the community. Hell yeah. Listen, I am always a fan of good fan art, although I will say I am these days particularly tired of Shek Goon art. I'm just not really I'm not really into the Goon, right? I wish that would slow down a bit. It's kind of infected everywhere. But what are you gonna do, you know? What are you gonna do, I guess? But yeah, I do wish the gooning would stop a little bit. I think that, you know, Frankie and I were talking about it on the pod the other day, too. I think that's the vast majority of the reason that the, I think that's the vast reason, one of the biggest reasons that people love the Shek so much is for goon reasons. Can you blame us? We want muscle mommies. I mean, I get it. Listen, I get it. It's not my thing, but I get it. I just, I don't know. It's too much. It's too much. It's overdone. Too much. It's overdone. Too much. Doing too much. Too much gooning. First time I saw a queen, I was disappointed that it wasn't a giant monster like termite queens. Yeah, listen, I agree. I agree. Never thought of that, but I agree. Now that you say it out loud, it makes so much sense. Now that you say it aloud, it suddenly makes so much sense. We're just putting this little base here together. Just realized I accidentally placed all my storm houses as old storm houses, and it's bothering me. That sucks. I'm sorry. Need to make this a little bit straight, a little bit more straight. Oh my god, the micro adjusting here is really driving me nuts. There we go. This is not going to be a totally straight wall. It's going to piss me right off, but that's fine. what is it? Hives are by far the most popular race. I really thought that, I really think that Shek, I think Shek are more popular by and large, to be honest with you. I think Shek and Hives are pretty fucking close, but I think Sheks are generally more more beloved in general. That was unnecessarily redundant the way I just said that. Unnecessarily redundant. Populous. Sorry, I misread you. Misread. I thought you said popular. I'm trying to do two things at once and not fully paying attention. Then yes, you're correct. No, hives are the most populous. Yes, you are correct. Oh, you are correct. My bad. Trying to overthink this wall placement. Oh my god, I'm just trying to get it lined up. I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. Okay, boss. People way prefer hivers from everywhere I've seen. Maybe. What's the other Kenshi tattoo you would like to get? I was thinking about either getting in a funny twist, given everything that I was just talking about. I was thinking about getting a either Agnew or on like the other side of the same leg. I was thinking about getting either Agnew or a like a cool like Shek in the same comic style design. I don't know if I want to do the official one, like because there is the official like Shek art in that design that, you know, Lo-Fi does have, that I thought about maybe doing. I'm not certain if that's the way I want to go with that, but yeah, I was thinking about either getting Agnew or a Shek. On the other side of the same leg. Not certain yet, though. Not certain. Still working out the details on that. Still working out the details on that. It's going to be a little while before I can get it anyway. Being the queen must be horrifying. Mentally declined, maybe brief moments of consciousness with hundreds of weird things surrounding you and not letting you die, forced to decline forever. Yeah, it's got to be... I don't imagine it's a very great experience. I don't imagine it's a very great experience being a queen, to be honest. I just realized that in the fan art I did for Kenshi Shiv is way smaller than he's supposed to be. Oh, Shiv is way smaller than he's supposed to be. Interesting. Make him bigger. Make him bigger. Make him larger. Larger and in charger. I really got to get to work on making this place not suck. Beep's bedchamber here. This is where Savage and Maul will rest their domes. Alright, what did the Empire feed Igor to make him that big, or was he just like that from the hive? I mean, I imagine that's why they kidnapped him in the first place. He was a big-ass fucking hiver. Big-ass hiver. I imagine that's why they kidnapped him in the first place. My dude was huge. Absolutely insane. My guy he did not skip leg day, he did not skip arm day, he drank his milk and ate his Wheaties. Rax, what are you doing, man? Oh, harvesting animals, I see. He's harvesting animals. That shit away. This stuff is foul. We don't necessarily need all that. Electrical components, we'll take that. We need to get engineering research. I'm sure... Let's have... What else can we bring? Kang's got a decent arm now, right? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to send Savage, Maul, and Beep on a mission. What? Alright, so Savage, Maul, and Beep are on a mission. Are they aiming at Savage? Who are they aiming at? Oh, no, I don't know where they're aiming. I have no fucking idea where they're aiming at. Alright, yeah, Savage, Maul, and Beep. The trio. the trio. Oh, shit. You guys got to get back in the base. Perfect. All right, you guys are going to head up north. All right, Frank is a loyal American soldier. What the fuck are Wheaties? I mostly eat rice, so I'm not sure. Wheaties are a terrible cereal that I'm pretty sure was endorsed by, what is it? Well, at the time, Bruce Jenner. Now Caitlyn Jenner. Back when he was an Olympic athlete. I don't know anything else about Wheaties. I think they tend to just. I think they just tend to sponsor. I think their whole thing is like they sponsor like athletes and shit. That's like their whole thing. Igor's diet consists of 8 pounds of beak thing eggs, 20 pounds of Leviathan meat, 1 gallon of rum, and the rest is just rice. Hell yeah. Push-ups, sit-ups, plenty of juice. Plenty of juice. Plenty of juice. Billion grains of rice per second. Indeed. My dude is shoveling. Absolutely shoveling. He doesn't even cook it. He eats it raw when it's still crunchy. Dude says he likes the crunch. Absolutely fucking unhinged. Absolutely unhinged. Grills of being Chinese. Rice is great food if you feel like eating thousands of something. I agree. I actually had Chinese food for dinner. That was my dinner this evening. My wife and I went out and grabbed Chinese. Well, I went out and grabbed Chinese. She's currently building things for the kid's birthday party. She's still working on it. She's working on the mimic. When King was eating the people to make Igor, he accidentally ate 3 Shek. That's what it was. That's what it was. The Southern Hive works on Dragon Age Inquisition's Dragon Age Origins brood mother mechanics. Different races make different kinds of Shek. I mean, different kinds of Hivers. Except not actually, but that'd be interesting if it was the case. That'd be interesting, but probably not. Shek make soldiers. Scorchlanders make the princes, just because I think they're generally more intelligent. And then the Greenlanders make drones. Not actually, but that'd be an interesting idea. That'd be an interesting idea. The Dragon Age Broodlanders came from an old Conan the Barbarian comic. I have heard that before. I've never validated it, but I've heard that before. I believe you though. Conan's mythos is crazy, man. Yeah. Conan's mythos is crazy. I wish I had gotten more into it just because a friend of mine was well, yeah. A friend of mine was a YouTuber that did Conan the Barbarian lore. That was his thing before he passed, unfortunately. He has like a whole channel dedicated to doing Conan the Barbarian lore. But he's gone, unfortunately. I'm Chinese and the whole authentic argument is a little dumb. Yeah, like most of the stuff is less authentic, but low-key modern Chinaman. I could say that I am one. Eat a ton of fake shit Chinese food. I don't know. I think the whole bitching about authenticity thing is generally just nonsense anyway. Like that, how do you expect things to evolve and adapt and stay alive? Like if you try to keep things in their original form at all times for all reasons, unfortunately, you're going to end up causing the death of your own culture and your own food and all of that stuff. Like I understand wanting to preserve things, but you have to be willing to allow things to adapt and change over time as well. Otherwise, eventually, all of the people that are preserving the culture will die, and then there will be nobody left to preserve it. Like it's generally not great. Like I think that we should maintain the aspects of things like food and stuff like that, and like let it evolve. Like for instance, pizza originated in China, right? And pizza was originally from China, and then it was taken and altered by the Italians, right? And we all know Italian pizza as being the most, like, the more famous pizza, right? Like, no, I don't think I've ever heard of anyone be like, Chinese pizza, right? But Italians perfected the, perfect is probably the wrong word, but Italians created the modern interpretation of pizza. You mean pasta? No, I'm pretty sure it's pizza. Let me double check. Maybe it is pasta. Maybe I'm stupid. No. It's maybe I'm misremembering. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so the birthplace of noodles. It's pasta. I'm a brainlet. I'm a full-on brainlet. Ignore me. I will willingly acknowledge that I was incorrect. It's not pizza, it's pasta. My brain is doing a thing, which is that it's not using itself. Anyway, my point remains though. The noodles were created in China, and then the Italians took the dude, my super Chinese family from the Cornea has tried making pizza, and it was flatbread with tomato paste and string cheese. Yeah, dude, I actually, you know what's really funny that you say that about the running on 2 hours of sleep and 3 cans of Monsters? My ass went to bed at 4 o'clock, woke up at 7, and I have had two, but not three. I've had two. So I am kind of stupid, but no, that was just me being wrong, which I will acknowledge that was me being wrong. No, it's not pizza, it's pasta. But my point still remains. Pasta started in China. If we stuck with the whole idea of only using the original, only sticking to the authentic and like not experimenting and changing things around, we'd never have we would never have like the modern interpretation of pasta. Like you have to be willing to let other people take and adapt your food, to take and adapt your culture, because that's what keeps it ultimately alive. And yeah, like sometimes it's a cheap, sometimes it's a stereotyped version, sometimes it's glorified down, sometimes it's it's not done in the traditional way, or it's done by people that don't know what they're doing. And like, yes, all of that stuff can be annoying and whatnot, but like you can have all of that and still preserve the aspects of it that make it good. I think the whole like desire for authenticity all the time is fucking nonsense. Utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. I got some great Chinese restaurant recommendations from you, from you New York, bro. Listen, actually, fun fact, man, we in New York have decent fucking Chinese restaurants. Let me tell you, we have some decent Chinese restaurants. I've been all over the country. I've been to like 29 of the states in the U.S., and I have not had any place. I've not gone anywhere where the pizza. I mean, not the pizza. Why? What is with me and fucking pizza tonight? I've not gone anywhere where in the United States where the Chinese food was as good as it is in New York. Good shit, man. It's good shit. I don't know why the Dark Jedi attacked us, but that's fine. Obsidian Shard, and a shard found in the Ashlands could fetch a good price. Well, we'll take it. We're also going to take this Dark Force Crystal and give that to Savage. My boy needs that. He needs it now. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm fucking beat, man. This has been such a long day. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hasn't even been a bad day. It's just been long. It's just been long. Bro's social credit in China is rising. I'm reputation maxing. Okay? That's all. I'm reputation maxing. I don't expect you to understand. I'm just reputation maxing, that's all. Maybe we'll put them in this just for now. Have Maul throw that in the backpack. In the backpack. That does not look right at all, dude. Savage should never have Jedi, like Sith robes on. My God, he does not look right at all. I was curious as to how it would look, but no. That's a big fucking no on that. Big fucking no. 2.0. Yeah, no, we're gonna stick with what we got. Oh, okay. What is this? There's some great Mazog dens in that neighborhood. Though some shady stuff around there got my schizophrenic uncle exiled back to China a few years back. Jesus Christ. I imagine the United States. Yeah, dude, what am I doing tonight? I imagine the United Cities holding Igor is highly secure vault like Tai Lung just wanted to be released to get his ass kicked. There is no Warren Bossing say. I don't know. Dude, my fucking brain's gone to full mush tonight. I feel like I'm reading every other word completely incorrect. I need to get some sleep. God damn. I don't think I realized how pooped I was until like the last 15 minutes. Royal Seafood Restaurant #2 in Chinatown, Manhattan. There's a Royal Seafood Restaurant #1 in Queens, if I recall. They'll be careful. Some shady stuff happens in the Chinatowns. Never been, but I believe you. I'll take your word for it. Take your word for it. Never been, but I'll take your word for it. How you guys doing on health? Oh, yeah, dude, we're fucking crushing it. We're fine. You guys make me hungry for some Chinese food. Oh, yeah, dude, I got some, like I said, I got Chinese for dinner tonight, and it was actually really, really good. Really, really good. New Yorker, but never been to New York City. I mean, I didn't say that. I just said I hadn't been to Chinatown. Any food I touch technically becomes Chinese food. That's fair. That's totally fair. The man's got a point. You a dark forest crystal. Get rid of that light crap. That light crap. I need to find a good Chinese restaurant in Florida. All right, y'all. Have a good night, Seder. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you coming in and chatting and everything. Glad to hear you're doing well. Glad to hear things are going good. All right, outpost. Yes, we're up here to get. We're up here for stuff and things and stuff. Things and stuff. Head on to this outpost over here. These rogue droids. Yeah, droid squadrons. Rogers and whatnot. Many Rogers. Went to Manhattan once. I got lost, but I found my way back from remembering routes on GTA. No joke. That is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. That's really funny. Goddamn. I recognize that building. I recognize that building. Weird that all the droids are named Roger. Well, you know. I once worked with a guy named Rich, and this is, I swear to God, no fucking joke on this. This is not me just making a giggle or anything. I worked with a guy named Rich, and he had 6 kids, and they were all boys, and they were all named Rich. He named all of them Richard. His name is Richard, and he had 6 sons named Richard. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know what the purpose was. None of that shit. Talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, I think the ending is lacking. We deserve more after story. I think they're making more after story. I'm pretty sure they have a new series coming out, which is going to be the area between end of the original Last Airbender and Legend of Korra that shows them all as adults. It shows them all as adults. So like all of that stuff, which is cool because I'd like to see an actual Azula story after the fact. Like I want to see if she stays batshit because I know the comics covered it, but like I want to know if they're going to like retcon things. Like, what's up with that? I want to know the dealio. Someone confess the dealio to me. Oh, fuck, man. This is going to be an annoying one because we're in the water, so our movement is slowed. Take out those rat bastards. Yeah. The next Avatar is going to be after Korra. No, I know that. There's the seven havens that's taking place after Korra with the next Avatar in the cycle, but they're also, I'm pretty sure, making another show or it's either a show or a movie of Aang and the original gang as adults. I'm pretty sure it's both. Someone look it up and verify me, but I'm pretty sure I saw it's both. Yeah, someone verify that because I'm almost positive that I saw they're doing both. I've heard tales of both. I think they're using the comics as a base for it because the comics covered some of that, like some of the stuff of them as adults, and I'm pretty sure they're adapting it. But someone would have to double check. Maybe I'm mistaken. Won't be the first time tonight. I can't fucking get a thought out of my brain tonight, clearly. My ass is over here saying the Chinese invented pizza because I can't remember that it's pasta. I'm fucking so embarrassed about that. That's so funny. It's really dumb, but it's really funny too. So tired. I meant pasta. But I'm too stupid to fucking remember. It's so funny. Clip that. Everybody clip it. It's fine. Jamie, play that shit back for me. You might have been right. We just don't have details on it. What's so funny? I'm like half asleep, Logic, and so I keep saying things that are not technically, like I keep like mistaking information and shit like that because my my brain is off. Avatar live action got a new season, but I don't know why, because it sucked. Because people want shitty TV. People pay good money for shitty TV. Obviously. Hell, guys, that's not the direction I told you guys to go in, but okay. It's empty. God damn it, this whole place has been utterly useless. Not get over there? No, can we get over here? Pick that lock. Beep, get over there. Oh, if we do slot, people make money. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Did the sewage system get backed up in that ruin? Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is 10 of 10 sewage problem, right? They just couldn't they couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it. I need engineering research, and none of this is engineering research. What the fuck? You had one job to give me. Your one job was to give me what I asked for, and you failed to do that, and I find that disturbing. You had one job, and it was to give me everything I asked for at all times, and I find your inability to do so disturbing. Hey, stream, what's happening? Sleepy. Much sleepy. I am le big sleepy. Le big sleepy. Light stream tonight. Low turnout. Low turnout compared to my average, but that's okay. I think it's just one of those days. One of those days. Weather's getting warmer. If I recall, you can buy all the research mats you need in the Black Desert City, assuming Cthulhu still has the Black Desert City. It does have the Black Desert City, but that is a long way for someone of my ilk to travel, and I'm trying to avoid it if I can. Plus, I need to train up some of my boys, you know. So I've got Maul, Beep, and Oppress going out and doing stuff. All of our energy is being redirected to the American war machine. Sleep early, sleep well. Can't relate. Can't relate. Just fucking carving them. My God. The devastation. Yeah, no, I mean, usually my streams are pulling like 100... like minimum 100 people, but usually they sit around like 150, 160 on a slower night, and then like between 200 and 300 on a decent night. This is a particularly off night. Again, it's not like a big deal. It's interesting seeing it and like trying to like piece together like maybe the cause or anything like that. Like, is it a thing? It might just be a busy weekday. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like a Wednesday. I find that Wednesdays are typically kind of like slower. Compared to like Mondays and Sundays and stuff like that. Although, additionally, what is it? I had a thought in my head, and I think it just popped right out. I think it's gone. It was there and it's gone now. Yeah, it was there and it's gone. There was a thought there. It was a real one. It was a real thought, but it didn't survive. The thought did not survive. But it was there, and it was real, and it had ideas and dreams. 3 Sith versus all of a Mandalorian clan. What could go wrong? Then I shot the thought. It's true. It's true. Dragon did it. He shot the thought. He found the thought, and he said no, and then he shot it. Truly disrespectful, to be honest with you. Truly disrespectful. What man shoots another man's thoughts? No, I think we should be able to take these guys. I think it'll be a tougher fight, but I think we'll be able to get through this without too much in the way of casualties. And by too much, I mean I don't want any casualties because I have Maul and Savage with me. So, like, losing people is not really ideal in this circumstances, but, you know. Take that man down. Poke him till he's dead. Is he dead? Yeah, he's very dead. The guy is much dead. Alright, and now we investigate. Do they have any swag on them? Do they have any loots? Anything worth taking? We like taking things. We enjoy taking things. Oh, man. Nope. Nope. Jesus Christ, look at them all. Battery station, nothing for those. Come on up here. Kill those guys, make them no longer alive. Heal up Savage. Alright, let's head inside. Head inside. I think we already did this once, and I don't remember importing dead NPCs, so if she's alive again, I'm going to be very confused. Is she alive again? The head of this place? She's got red armor on, like pure red armor on. I think maybe it's... Yeah, no, there she is. I don't know how she survived. Toka? Because I didn't import dead NPCs. Maybe she didn't die. Maybe I thought she was dead and she managed to get up. I'm not sure. I didn't turn her in either. I just beat the shit out of her and left. Maybe she didn't die. Maybe she did not die. She doesn't have her gun anymore. Her signature sniper. You remember she had that unique sniper. And we gave it to Tala. And it doesn't look like she has it anymore. So maybe she survived that that unfortunate encounter. She does have a good right arm. Well, I don't think anybody we have is missing a right arm. Is there anything of interest in the Purple Sands region or Berserker country? She's a Sith getter. In the Berserker country, yeah, so the entire area is no longer like red, purpley sands. It's snowing, actually. And there's an Imperial stronghold there, and they're fighting a combination of the Infected, or the Fogmen, basically, what replaced the Fogmen, and the Clone Troopers. So it's like a three-way war happening in there. And it's snowing. It's all snowy there. It's a whole thing. It's snowing. She's a synth getter. It's true. She was replaced. Synth alert. We have a synth. This bitch is a synth. Take them down. Take them all down. Oh, damn. They shot my boy. They shot Beep. God damn it. They shot Beep again. Beep took his legs off. So is that where Santa's based? Probably. Probably. If he was going to be anywhere, probably there. Good spot for him. Good spot. No, Savage, you need to get back down here, dude. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god, Maul, what are you doing? God, you're pulling too much aggro. You're gonna get swarmed, you fucking fools. You can't pull that much aggro. I already have that. E10 blasters. I'll take that. Research that. I'll take that. I'll take that. To be fair, pulling aggro is kind of Maul's thing. I mean, yeah, but like that's too much. He's pulling too much aggro. He's pulling too much. He's doing too much. She alive? All right. Well, she's alive for now. But Jesus Christ, pulling too much aggro, man. Can't be doing that. Although I mean, he's kind of working it. You gotta take those fucking snipers out, man. Point blank sniping is bad. We need regulation of the aggro pulling. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Can you go visit him and tell him I'm waiting on my 1998 Hess truck? I will jump right on it. I'll jump right on it. Do you buy into the theory that the Fallout 4 protagonist is a synth Mark IV? I do. Yeah, I think it's a compelling idea. I don't necessarily know if it's 100%. I don't know if I buy it 100%, but I think it's a very compelling idea for sure. For sure, I think that the narrative behind it is definitely an interesting one, and I think it makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways. A lot of ways. That's why you're my hero, baby. That's why you're my hero, baby. You can take away the pain. I think it's better than the rifle Python's got. Yeah, it's got better range, that's for sure. Yeah, this is the same type of rifle that that Tala was using. And Python is Tala's technical replacement, although she is nowhere near as skilled as Tala was. Tala was a fucking animal. Tala was an absolute animal. Couldn't stop her. You couldn't stop her. Alright, go see if we can find the things we're looking for. Doubt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It makes sense because she died. She was in fact stopped. She was in fact stopped. Would be weird since they've essentially led us to believe that she's related to the leaders of the Enclave. I'm sorry, what? Nobody survived more. Dude, Tala was she was in fact the sniper. The female, like the female protagonist in Fallout 4 is led to believe to be related to the Enclave. Is that true? Talking Fallout the show. Oh no. I'm talking about I was talking about the protagonist of Fallout 4 being a synth, potentially a synth. Holy AI cores. Okay. Okay. Beep, how much free space do we have? Holy AI cores. It's been stated by one of the creators they were not a synth. Is that true? I mean, I don't follow as much Fallout lore anymore. I believe you that they probably said that wasn't true. I believe you. Up those. The item. Yeah. I need to make fucking room. Make my ass some room. Only hold 2 at a time, motherfucker. Get rid of those. I don't need them. Use these far more. AI cores for days. What's the context? Oh, there's the what is it? There's the idea that he was his story begins with like just the faded memories of like Nate and Nora and all that stuff, whether it be like Nate or Nora. There's also the fact that like what is it? Some of the dialogue, I guess, from Father kind of indicates that like potentially he was a synth. One hole is that if you were a synth, you wouldn't need to be frozen. I think like one of the big cruxes in the theory is that like they would have had to put the synth into the cryo chamber after the initial one had implanted all the memories and stuff, and it was a cover. The other thing too is that like there's the what is it? The nearby like fort. It's like a little fort with chairs and stuff set up that implies that like people were waiting for you and like like they were being watched. They knew that you were going to get released and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know the full story. I don't know the full story, but there's also like some terminal entries I think in the Institute that kind of like like hint at the idea that maybe that's true. It's never anything that's like said outright. Other than like Deacon implying it as like a joke and all that stuff, I think. But like, it's not anything that's said outright, but there's like things that implicate that like potentially that's the case. Scythe Blade, Marauder Sword, not really interested in any of that shit. Advanced Schematics, love that. Bright Blades, don't care about that. A lot of good shit here. Good to know. Decent amount of credits, too. How many times we gotta teach you this lesson, bitch? How many times do I gotta teach you this lesson? Oh my god. Knock you out how many times? Yeah, I think that she survived last time, which is unfortunate, because, thought we'd killed her. Thought we'd killed her, but I guess not. There's also the fact that the main character never has to shit. Compelling evidence to being a synth. I agree. Very compelling. Very compelling. Dima in Far Harmer literally asks you if you think you're a synth. Oh yeah, there's that too. There's that too. There's the dialogue with Dima as well. I had forgotten all about that. Dima has like several lines of dialogue, like implying that you're a synth, and he's like, if I recall it correctly, the dialogue is very much like, how do you know you're not a synth? And you're like, I'm not a synth, and he's like, okay, if that's what you think. That's what you think. Okay. The option to say no doesn't say yes, lie. It just says yes. Yeah, I know, but I think the idea is that the sole survivor doesn't know that they're a synth. Like that's the whole thing. Is like if they were a synth, then yeah, again, I'm not like claiming this is the canon or the truth. I'm just, it's the theory. The idea is that the sole survivor doesn't know they're a synth. It would at least make what is it? It would make Father's like whole fucking deal there at least make a little bit more sense, I feel. Make it a little bit more compelling in the grand scheme. Gotta get these boys some food. Some foob. Dima legit is so manipulative to everyone they can so they can be right. Yeah, Dima's there's a reason that Dima is one of the most hated characters. Yeah, there's a reason that Dima is one amongst the most hated characters. This Leviathan was fighting... Who? Oh, Clan Nemo. Is that a Clan Nemo Sith? Or is it just a gunner? Oh, yeah, dude. This dude's getting his ass beat. Oof. See how this guy does? Does he do any better? Oh, no. He's fleeing. He's fleeing. Oh, they are fighting Leviathan. How are they doing against him? Not terrible, to be honest with you. I wonder how a Jedi would stack up against Leviathan. I don't want to test it because, like a Sith, I don't want to test how like a Force user would go up against a Leviathan, but makes sense. No sane person is going to accept random requests from anyone. I agree. Fallout 4 was the last decent Bethesda game. Skyrim was the last good Bethesda game, and back in the day, I predicted Fallout 76 would flop. Oh yeah, I think we all felt pretty confident 76 would flop. There was definitely like the Glazers, but I think by and large, most people thought that 76 was going to flop. It's just... Which is unfortunate because the potential was there. And it has gotten relatively fixed. Like, it is much better. And it's also a shame that the game is has such a tumultuous history because, like, aside from that stuff, the community itself is actually one of the nicest communities. Very helpful in terms of, like, new players and all that stuff. Like, it's a very helpful community. I've heard very, very few, like, horror stories from 76. I've heard a lot of good ones. Which kind of sucks that, things ended up the way they did. Because, I think Morrowind is Bethesda's best game. I think Morrowind was one of Bethesda's best games because it was a small team. I think because when Bethesda came out, when Morrowind came out, fun fact, if my numbers and whatnot are correct, which they may not be because I am a CB boy, their team was about the size Lo-Fi is now, about 35 people, give or take. It wasn't that many people, 35, 40 people. And now, like, there are two offices with several hundred people. Like, there's too many people. There's too many checks and balances between, like, having conversations and all that stuff. Like, I think that larger game, like having larger companies build games is I think it's like a fine idea in terms of like budget and stuff, but like in timing, like you can get a game pumped out quicker, but like there's just too many people. 54, yeah, so like it was still a smaller studio. 54 people is a smaller studio. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, 54 people is still a smaller studio. You know, Lo-Fi right now, I think it's like 37, 37, 38. Like they expanded their team again recently a little bit, so like I think they're like 30, 35 minimum, but I think it's like 37, 38 people. Like it's pretty close. Pretty close. And the one thing I don't know is I don't know if that's counting like their localizers and stuff like that, but I know that they have at least 30, 36, 37 people after their recent expansion. Hot take, I don't really like Oblivion that much. I think Oblivion has a lot of charm. I don't necessarily think that it's like the best game. I think it has a lot of charm. There are some aspects that I like and some that I don't. And I think there are some things that I think Skyrim did way better and Oblivion did way better. Like, I think the original Oblivion's leveling system was convoluted. I think it was just convoluted. I think Skyrim's leveling system was overly simplified. I think that what they did with the Oblivion remaster was a good happy medium, and I like it. I think that Skyrim, I'm going to be honest with you, the hot fucking take here, hot fucking take. I think Skyrim's Dark Brotherhood main quest was better than Oblivion's, but I think Oblivion had more side quests, so people think that Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood... I think Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood quest line, like main quest, was boring, in my opinion. I think Skyrim's Dark Brotherhood main quest was way more interesting. I think the problem is the side quests and the characters in Skyrim's Dark Brotherhood were less interesting than in Oblivion. So Oblivion had good NPCs and good side quests. But I think that the actual story for the Dark Brotherhood quest line was way better. In Skyrim, way better. Yeah, Oblivion shines in how creative the quests were. The Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion's is where Oblivion's shown the best. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I think that the quests in Oblivion were definitely more creative. The objectives, like it was. I think there was a lot more creativity in Oblivion than in Skyrim, whereas Skyrim was a lot more linear. Go here, kill this, find this, like that kind of stuff. But I think overall, like, plot concept was better in Skyrim in many regards. The murder house is however, one of the exceptions to that. Like, this is not like an every quest thing. There, you can pick and choose. Murder house is one of the funniest fucking quests I've ever played. I love everything about that whole quest. It's so good. Yeah, I definitely think that I think people shit on the Dark Brotherhood quest in Skyrim a bit too much. I think they over shit on it. And I get it, but I think that like both of them had areas that were good and bad, areas that they shined and that they lacked. I don't think either one's necessarily definitively better than the other. I think it depends on the criteria that you're talking about. The one where you got to pick the guests off one by one, that is the one. That is the one. That's the one we are referring to indeed. All right, Savage, I need you to go over to Python and give her that rifle because she needs a nice big new shiny rifle. That's what she needs. A nice big new shiny rifle. All right, I need to drop some of this shit off. I've got too much stuff. All right, beep. Weapons. I have way too many weapons. Drop these things off for sure. Peeps over here carrying an entire fucking arsenal. Okay, Savage, what do you got? You got weapons. Yes, he does. Maul, what do you got? He's got weapons. Yes, he does. Fantastic. Force crystals. I need to give some of these guys some force crystals. One to Brax. Love that. Who else needs one? Wow, meow you. Meow 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 meow. Meow. I think that's the only extra one that I had actually. Oh no, I have one more. Rao, one to you. Are you impressed with the Star Wars mod? It looks so sick. I need to try. I'm fucking in love with the Star Wars mod. I mean, I've been playing it. I've been running this series for, what is this, episode 11, 12? I don't fucking know. Episode 12 episodes now, 4 hours apiece, and I think it's one of the best mods that I've ever played in the grand scheme of things. I think it's absolutely wonderful. They did a fantastic job putting it together, and it's great, absolutely great. Yeah, 10 of 10. Would recommend. Would recommend. Would recommend. Hero is over the moon about the Star Wars mod. I do. I am. I really am. I really am. It's really good. It's really good. You know, well put together. The conversions are all just really good. Kitty had knocked it out of the park with this. Clone Wars conversion really adds to it. 10 of 10. Couldn't recommend it more. Couldn't recommend it more. Do we have so many AI cores? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Let's check some research, see what we can get done with that. See what we can get done with that. Farming, hydroponics, hydroponic melons. I don't need hydroponic melons. I need hydroponic cotton, which requires cotton farming. Where is cotton farming? Which requires 2 cotton. 2 cotton. You have it. Got it. Savage has it. 2 cotton. Do cotton farming. And then hydroponic cotton. And we can start getting into that. Perfect. Research is going. We're moving. Research is abundant. Kang, you're off research because you suck. Who is shooting what? Oh, I see. Completely random. But if you were to have guests come over to visit and had to make a meal to impress them, what meal are you making? Oh, I mean, so it depends on the guests, obviously. Obviously. But if I had to make a meal to impress people, I'd probably go with burgers, I'm gonna be honest with you. I make a mean fucking burger. But I make a lot of good food. I don't know. I don't know. I've showed my food on stream a few times before. I've showed my my meals. I make a lot of food, man. I'd probably either stick with something simple though. I'd make either mac and cheese or burgers. Truly American food. I make homemade fries too, homemade crinkle cut fries. And you know all that stuff. Ooh, real good, real good. I have pictures of my food that I pull up on stream sometimes. Yeah, no, I probably make burgers. Burgers are always a good way to go. Can't go wrong with a good burger. You just can't. You just can't. You can't go wrong with a good burger. I need to give this bandolier to somebody. It's a Ray. There she goes. Hell yeah. Ray's over here with his bandolier and no arm. His no arm having ass. Some steamed clams. Here, actually, let me... Here, I'll, pull up my Discord real fast. Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait for it. Okay, so... pull up my food cube. Hold on, Discord's being slow. Hold on, Discord's being stupid. There we go. Let me pull up some of my recent meals. One. These are make myself hungry. Yeah, I'll just pull up this. Yeah, so this is like some of my food. So like cooking is like one of my like second hobby. So like aside from like making content and stuff, cooking is what I do. It's relaxing to me. I find it really enjoyable and relaxing, and I like making something that people can like eat and enjoy and all that stuff. So like I make a lot of like custom food. Like this was homemade orange chicken with Hokkien noodles. Orange chicken stir fry with Hokkien noodles. These are my Berbers. That's a homemade sriracha mayo. Look at the crispiness on these fucking fries. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. This was, if I recall, this one was a little while ago. These are Italian green beans with some nice air fried potatoes, seasoned with some paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, and adobo. And then these are Parmesan like encrusted chicken. This is hot honey chicken. Wonderfuls. Wonderfuls. Homemade crinkle cut fries. Again, look at that crispiness on those bitches. Fantastic. I eat a lot of chicken, as you guys can see. This is zucchini cornbread, and it's absolutely fucking phenomenal. Moistest cornbread I've ever made. This is homemade stir fry again with Hokkien noodles. This was teriyaki chicken stir fry that I made. These are my Caesar wraps. Love me some Caesar wraps. Make some solid Caesar wraps. What did I say about making me hungry? Hold on, there's more. Hold on, I have more. Oh, this one, I don't know how everyone's going to feel about this one, but these are... This is homemade meatloaves cooked inside bell pepper rings with a homemade brown sugar glaze that I put on there with some mashed potatoes. Fantastic stuff. Oh, I made this this was 2 days ago. I made some more stir fry with a different type of different cut of noodles on here. And a different kind of chicken. Sorry, different way of seasoning the chicken and stuff on there. Really, really good. Yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff. I have no clue how it tastes, but you got the presentation down. It's pretty good. Hello, in your older video about Kenshi 2's economy, you show some Kenshi gameplay. Do you still have the mod list for that setup? Which are you talking about the short that I recently did on Kenshi 2's economy? Because yeah, if you're talking about the short, then in the description for that video, it should be listed as well. If not, if you go to Steam and go to collections for on the Kenshi Workshop and search Hero in His Head on collections, all one word, Hero in His Head. It should pop up with a Hero in His Head Vanilla Plus, Vanilla Plus mod list or mod collection. That's the one, and it has not only all of the mods that I used, but it also has the load order for maximum stability as well. So. Should be on Steam Workshop. If you just search Hero in His Head and under collections, it should pop up under the Vanilla Plus playlist. Savage, what are you doing? You making lightsabers now? Should be making lightsabers. Hop to it, good buddy. Hop to it. Hop to, hop to, hop to. I want to see how these come out. I want to see how these come out. Time is it? 11:30. These bone dogs, we're just unloading both barrels on everything that comes near us. Jesus Christ. Just absolutely unloading on everything that comes near us. I mean, I'm not complaining, right? Like, gun them down. It's fine. It just makes me giggle because, like, they're really just going in on everything that comes near the base. Shoot first, ask questions later. I mean, I have it on. Yeah, that's the point. I made a German apple pork dish pretty recently that came out quite good. Real simple and easy to make, too. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love cooking. It's relaxing. It's a nice way to shut my brain off. I get like really uh in my head's probably not the right word, but like I'm just generally like a really someone who thinks a lot. And sometimes it's nice to just like shut off for a minute and do something. And when you're cooking, it's really hard to it's really hard to focus on like anything that's in your head when you're trying not to burn the chicken, you know? You just get into the flow state. Yeah, it's all flow state. It's all flow state all the time. Gun them down. Shoot them. Shoot those dogs. Shoot them. Cooking's one of the chores that you can make fun. That's why I enjoy it. Well, so it works out, too, because I really love cooking, but my wife absolutely hates it. She finds it tedious, which I'm totally fine with because that means that I get to do all the cooking. So I do all the cooking at night. That's like one of my main responsibilities is I make dinner. That's my thing. Because again, I just like I live on reactions, right? Like I make fucking YouTube content. Clearly, that's what I do. I love reactions, right? I like doing things that make people happy. I like doing things that people enjoy. And I like making food that people eat, and they're like, "Wow, this is really fucking good." Right? Like I like people like I love when someone takes a bite of one of my burgers and it's like, "Oh my fucking god, this is so good," you know. And it makes me feel good. Like it's a reaction thing. I like reactions. They make me feel good. That's the thing. I like doing things for people, acts of service. I like giving gifts for the same reason. Like I like reactions. They make me feel good. And so cooking allows me to do that in a way that is it's just beneficial. It's a cool thing to do. It's cool to do. That's all. Cooking is an art, baking is a science. Now my wife can bake fucking phenomenally. My wife is the best baker that I know. I can't bake for shit. Um, Release serotonin. Yeah. I can't bake for shit. But I can cook. But I can cook. I can't bake for shit. This is one of the worst lightsabers I think I've ever made. Crafted by the Smith Sauvage Opress. Sauvage Opress. I'm pretty sure this is I'm pretty sure the lightsaber blades on this are black, and it's not because it's a dark saber. It's because it's just such poor quality. It's because it's just so bad. Which is funny. Real funny on that. Unless it's supposed to be black. But I don't think it is. Not sure, actually. I don't know. Blowing things up will give you reactions too, i.e. buildings. It's funny. I'm trying to figure out how you with the old the old Republic lightsabers, how you get how you determine the colors on these ones in particular. On these ones in particular, what the dealio with that is. So something I do want to check. Where was it? Where's the ringed one? Double-bladed ringed saber. Okay. It called for... Can I use that as a kyber crystal? No. The obsidian shard? No. Most unfortunate. Ringed lightsaber prototype Mark 1. Can I... No, yeah, I need a... Jesus Christ, that thing looks huge. It looks fucking massive. Absolutely fucking massive. Once you get those top tier weapons, you'll wish you started sooner. Probably. Speaking of which, I need to actually work on that. Better weapon grade. Advanced weapon grade. What does that bring me up to? Grade 2. Standard Mark 3. That'll at least get our weapons up there, so we'll get moving with that. Hell yeah. We got to get copper for these things too at some point. Get some more power on average in here. This place needs to get outfitted as well. We need to get fabrics running is what we need to do. We need to get fabrics running so bad. We put hydroponics in here, I think. Get fabric hydroponics in here once that's up and running. Darth Maul's doing his best. My boy's researching. He's doing his best, putting in all that work, all that effort. Those two. Armorsmith is easier to train because you can level up just by tanning and plate making. So, well, the thing is Savage already has really good weaponsmithing stats. Like, he's got an 83. So, like, I'm not worried about getting his level up. The issue is that I need to actually research the higher weapon levels. What happened to the research droids? A lot of them died. Many of them were repurposed into workers. And I also felt that it made sense canonically to have... like the Sith workers doing their own research, like they're researching lightsabers and shit like that. I feel like it made sense to have the Sith acolytes and the Beep's apprentices actually doing the research themselves. They say I do wish there was a way to get rid of weapons without making billions of cats. I mean, yeah, you could just smelt the weapons down. Yeah, you could just smelt those down. That's that is a thing. A caravan visit coming, is that them? No, that's Bone Dogs. Where is the caravan? The great caravan. I don't see them. No. Nope, not worried about it. Alright, if you had a weapon melter, you'd have 50 million iron sitting around by now. Oh, God, I know. Open the gate, get back to work. Whoa. No yelling on the bus. No yelling on the bus. Are these Jawas? We got some Jawas over here? Oh, I see. Crippled Jawas because they're actually crazy weak. Because they can only take headshots. It looks like they're just losing... They lost legs. That's so funny. They don't even have any animals. Their animals all died. Lost them all. Sans animals. Oh, man. Yeah, it's small. It's definitely a small base, but I'm genuinely actually quite proud of Beep's little of the fortress of Darth Beep here. Like it's got a good vibe. It's got like a castle-y vibe, right? Like, you got your courtyard, you got your various towers and buildings and all that stuff with all their different purposes, and then you got your main building here. Like I'm genuinely proud of this place, and it's relatively well defendable. While we were gone, this place got sieged like 3 times, and I think they only made it in on the last go. Like it's actually pretty well defendable, which I find very impressive. Find that very, very impressive. I do need to, and it's slowly becoming self-sustaining. Indeed, I do need to actually block this section off. I realized the other day when we were getting attacked that is not secure. I'm gonna need to like build a wall section and manually block that off because that area here is not secure. Not secure. I think 2 should be fine. I should be able... Yeah, I'll just move those into place. I think actually 1 will probably be fine. Yeah, just 1. And then I'll shift F12 it and move it into position right here. But they're running through here, and that's unacceptable. The whole point is to draw them around. I can't have them running through. That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. Not the goal here. And right there. Boomski. Nice and blocked. Good to go. Good to go. And then once we reload later, that'll pop on in. Because they kept running through there, and that's not the... That's less than ideal. That's less than ideal. Who are you? More Jawa nomads. I think if you said build a wall 5 times fast, you'd summon Donald Trump to the chat. Build the wall. Build the wall. Make them pay for it. Build the wall. Build the wall. Build the wall. Build the wall. We're gonna build the wall. All right, mining. What do we got for mining here? Ore, Copper drill, copper drill, woo. Although I think the copper situation here sucks. But, yeah, not great. Not great. It's cool, though. We don't actually need that much copper. Yeah, probably avoid that for right now, then. We'll just, we'll grab copper how we need it when we need it. Okay. Beep needs fabric. We're gonna head over to the fishing village. Run, Beep. Run as fast as your tiny little legs will carry you. Has Mexico sent that check yet? I have not seen it, no. No, no, I haven't seen it yet, no. I have yet to see it. I've been keeping an eye out, but I haven't seen it yet. They keep telling me it's in the mail, but every time I look, I don't see it. Yeah, we need cotton and fabrics. Yeah, hey, what's going on, Bear? Popping in here with a bunch of people. What's going on, good buddy? Bear raid. Bear raids for days. Bear raiding for days. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the party. We're working on becoming self-sufficient in our glorious region. How's Cthulhu going? It's going, my friend. It is going. It's going in a direction. I'm not sure what direction it is yet, but it's a direction. It could be north, could be south. All of these things are viable. Hard to say. Hard to say right now, really. Where is your base located on the map? I forgot where the locale was. The base is currently located over here in the Cannibal Plains by that little subsection here that looks like an eye, like a cornea. The Kenshi lore guy, that's me. How you do? That's me. How you do? I am that guy. I am that dude. I don't stream Kenshi much, so I brought people who have no idea what's going on to you. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Yes, I am the Kenshi lore guy. That's what they call me. On occasion. On occasion. The Empire always believes in self-sufficiency and renewable energy. It's true. It's true. That's what we believe in. Whether we're capable of doing it is a whole different thing. I was playing a bunch of Left 4 Dead 2 with a streamer pal of mine. Hell yeah, dude. Ah, man, I haven't played Left 4 Dead in forever. I'm playing Elden Ring on stream with Muffin tomorrow. We're going to be every Thursday. I'm going to be playing Elden Ring for a while with Muffin on stream. That's been the go-to plan here for a while now. God damn it, there's no cotton up here. I came here for cotton, and instead, you know what I got? Not cotton. Not cotton. Is Cthulhu mod Old Republic age, or is it more Empire times? So I think I think it's supposed to be Empire times, but I'm also running the Clone Wars conversion for it. So my Cthulhu is actually Clone Wars. We do love the Clone Wars. My Cthulhu is Clone Wars. We're gonna head over to the Ghost Village and see if we can find some cotton or fabric there. Maybe they left some behind when they, devoured the inhabitants. Yeah, we're Clone Wars. If you're interested in the mods that I'm using, I have them linked in the description down below. One-click download, really good stuff. That's a bold move, Con. Let's see how it works out for them. Indeed. Indeed. Cotton Hill's my favorite cotton. No, he's not. He's Laotian. Ain't you, Mr. Khan? Fucking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Might be worth making command for Twitch that calls your mod list up in chat with a bot. It may be. That would make sense. If I was intelligent or awake enough currently to do that. I'm quite literally on the verge of falling asleep. I'm so tired. But I'm still here because I have a job to do. And because I am actually enjoying what I'm doing right now, but I'm very sleepy. Sleepy boy. Yeah, mayhaps though, I'll probably look into it over the next couple of days and see what I can get. Done. Check all these buildings. I really need to find cotton. Come on, open up, you bastard. There we go. There we go. Mod list. Oh yeah. He lost his Red Bull sponsor. That's what it is. I'm crashing hard. No, I was up really late last night. I was playing D&D last night, and then afterwards I just had a bitch of a time getting to sleep. And then I had to wake up early this morning. And I've had a lot of caffeine today, but I'm starting to crash out. So, you know, thank you, Logic, for posting the mod list on YouTube. Much appreciated. God damn it, man. I'm just trying to find some cotton. Does nobody carry cotton anymore? I play some D&D, even wanting to play D&D. Ah, dude, I love D&D. It's like one of my favorite things. I play once a week and I DM once a week. Thank you, Bear. Much appreciated. As always, you're a scholar in a state. Maybe one of these houses will have the thing that I'm looking for. Probably not, though. They all just have fucking cups laying around. I don't care about cups. I will take the fabric, though. But I don't care about the cups, man. I just want some cotton. Are you guys doing this to me? Me as I wait for Kenshi 2 news. Literally. Literally, though. It's a coming. Listen, historically speaking, Lo-Fi has always given us some kind of news on Kenshi 2 or some kind of, like, community interaction between the Munches? Jesus Christ, dude, I can't fucking talk tonight. Between the months of March and May. Almost every year. So I would expect something in the coming months. I do love Munches on my March and May. I know. My favorite thing. Oh, lordy. Nope. I'm happy that we're finding fabric. Like, that's cool. But, like, I need more fabric than we're getting. And I need cotton so I can just start doing cotton hydroponics. And no one wants to give that to me. And I find it offensive. I find it wildly offensive that no one wants to give me the things that I'm looking for. Utter nonsense. Hogwash. Absolute hogwash. Let's head down to the Village of Shadow. Maybe they got some. Go, Beep. Run, Darth Beepus. The Darthiest of Beeps. Actually, real fast, we're going to drop all this food off. All right, drop all that crap off. Fantastic. All right, now run, Darth Beep. All right, we're moving. We are on the move. Yeah, so we need to, we're trying to get hydroponics set up. Once we get hydroponics set up, we'll be able to start producing more lightsabers and armor and stuff, and get our guys properly outfitted, so that way they don't look ridiculous anymore. And we'll be able to go from there. Not that they look ridiculous, but I would like to get everyone outfitted with the proper attire, because right now we're kind of mixed match, and that's not really the end goal here. I need everyone to be uniform in Beep's little entourage based on the hierarchy and their ranking and whatnot. It's required. Absolutely required. For everybody that just joined and Bear's little raid there, if you guys have any questions about Kenshi lore or anything like that, if you're familiar with it, do feel free to ask. These streams are not just to like watch me play Kenshi and talk about that kind of stuff. They're also for the purposes of, like asking questions about the lore, part of it. So if you guys have any questions, do let me know. Always more than happy to help out, answer some of those. This is the faction HQ, refuge, armory, R. You might have something in there. Let's double check. I was struggling to explain Kenshi to chat before raiding you. I ended up settling with RuneScape, but in a post-apocalypse. that wants you fucking dead. Yeah, I think a good way to describe Kenshi would be if RimWorld and Fallout had a baby. It's like RimWorld, Fallout, and The Sims all jammed together. Yeah. RimWorld, Fallout, and The Sims. All one. All jammed into one uncomfortable package. God damn, dude. Nothing. Goofy ways that you were at the bottom of the phone. Post-apocalyptic Western Samurai RuneScape, The Sims, Fallout, and RimWorld. Yeah. Don't take another step. No, you leave me the fuck alone. I am not here for you. I will murder everybody in here if you don't leave me alone. And that you're farming trauma. That's right, trauma. Nothing but trauma. Kenshi is Trauma Simulator 2018. Kenshi is, in fact, Trauma Simulator 2018. That's what it is. Excuse me. Jesus. RimWorld, war crimes? Yeah, I mean, we commit war crimes on here all the time, unfortunately. All the time. Beeps committed so many war crimes that it's honestly ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. Refugee camp. I really need to find some goddamn cotton. How hard is it to find some freaking cotton? I don't understand. Is it so damn hard to find some damn cotton? We got a refugee camp. These separatist refugees. These are Wookiee refugees. Interesting. Do you guys sell things, senior Wookiee refugees, or are you guys just hiding out? Right? Because if you guys are just hiding out, that's not really helpful to me. I need you guys to like sell me things. Okay. Wookiee duelist. Who's the leader? Is there a leader to the Wookiees? Is that a thing? The Wookiees have a leader? Show me your god. Who is your god? Is it you? I think it's... Oh, it's you. You got a hood. We know that this guy's in charge because he's a Wookiee with a hood, and he's also wearing the most clothes. That's how we know. That's how we know. Hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. Do you speak basic? Would you stop growling at me? Okay, and I've pissed off the Wookiees. That was not the intention here, but okay. Yep. Wasn't the intention, but yep. I swear, man, Beep's just not good at making friends on this playthrough. Not that, like, that's the plan. I just... The Wookieest, literally. Yep. Nope, Beep has made a whoopsies. Not intention, but totally on brand. It's never the intention, and yet, here we are. The intention is never to start a fight, and yet Beep always ends up starting a fight. It's never... It's always like this. It always happens. I don't know why it's like this. It's a curse. It's a curse. Wooksies? Yeah, they're the Wooksies. They're the Wooksies. Okay, well, that didn't work. Anywhere nearby that we can go to, or are we going to have to run all the way down to a fucking city? The one downside for basing all the way up here is that getting anywhere is such a pain. Beep made a Wooksies with the Wookiees. He did. He made a bit of a Wooksies. Tiny bit of a Wooksies. A wee Wooksies. I don't want to run all the way down there. It's so far. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll go. It's fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. I'll ask Beep. We're going to have to go do this the stupid way. And that's if I can find someone to sell it, because most of the stores are Adventurers League. And the Adventurers League is shoot on site. Beep is shoot on site to the Adventurers League, mostly because he, has butchered several of their towns. Why not make a new base a little closer to the Allies? Because we've just got the one in the Cannibal Plains set up, and the idea is that we kind of want to be off grid. As much as I'm bitching about it, we do want to be off grid a bit, especially since apparently this has turned into a genocide run. I don't know how that happened, but it quickly became a genocide run. So we do want to be off-grid a little bit to make it easier on ourselves, but Eve. We do want to make it a little easier on ourselves. So being out of the way of some of the major factions makes that a tiny bit easier. The only thing we have to really deal with is cannibals, but once your self-sustaining off-grid becomes positive, yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like we're almost there. We're almost there. We're just trying to we're ironing out the last details, you know, the little bit, those last little details. That's all. That's all. Party genocide run. Poor companions. I mean, has to be done. It has to be done. We have lost several of our party members. I think we've lost 10 people total. But what are you going to do? You know? What are you going to do? This is Project Cthulhu, where things are a hell of a lot harder. Things are a hell of a lot harder. Death is imminent. Rest in peace, Agnew. Oh, God. Speaking of genocide runs, I've always found it strange that there's a range at which Asada's Revenge Raid and Igor's Won't Hunt You Down, but Wrath of God Raid encompasses like 2.5 Kenshis. I mean, religious fervor will do that to you. They will walk to the ends of the earth if it means that they can, you know, absolutely wreck you. They will walk to the ends of the earth if it means that they can make you pay for whatever crime they perceive that you committed. And you probably did commit the crime. Let's be honest. You probably did. And Burn. Burn was also regrettable. Burn was also regrettable. And Tala. And Cobra. And Hondo. And Dester. And the dozens upon dozens of droids. And, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's bad. Listen, when you bring up and you start listing them, it sounds way worse than it is. It sounds way worse than it is when you start listing them. Droids, you mean scrap metal? The only droids, they're only droids while they're functional. Touche, Bear. Touche. You have a solid point. A solid point. You have a solid point. You'd think you killed my family, I'm gonna rip your fucking spine out, even if it kills me, would be enough for Asada. You would think that, but, you know. I have to go to sleep. Have a good night, Hero, and everyone. Have a good night, Raiden. Thank you for popping in, my friend. As always, thank you for popping in. I'm getting near my own limit, too. I'm getting pretty beat. I'm getting pretty beat. Mechanical shop, the machinist, they hate my guts. But again, what are you gonna do? There's only so much a man can do here. Probably thievery. Thievery! Probably thievery. When all else fails, the answer is thievery. I'm gonna shut that door. Hello, everybody. You have the things I'm looking for? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Come on. No. 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 Bar, I don't think they're going to have it. Oh my god, it's such a pain in the ass. Alright, well, my main mission right now is to find some damn cotton. And I'll find it somewhere. I'm probably going to have to go to the capital to do it, because that's the only place that I can buy and sell things from, because everyone hates my fucking guts. Which makes sense, because Beep picks fights wherever he goes, which also makes sense because he is Darth Beep and he is the strongest. But with all that being said, guys, I'm falling asleep in my chair. My commentary is starting to lack pretty heavily. I'm usually way more emotive and active than this. I'm just basically rambling at this point. So I'm gonna call it and go to bed. I'm beat. With that being said, I will be on tomorrow, but I will not be playing Kenshi, at least not outright. I will probably end up jumping on Kenshi afterwards to work on a side project. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the second half, but For the first like hour and a half to 2 hours tomorrow, I'm going to be playing Elden Ring with Muffin again. For those of you guys who were here for that episode last Sunday, I'm going to be playing Elden Ring seamless co-op with Muffin again. So enjoy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And as always, use your powers for good instead of evil. Make a difference in somebody's life. And yeah, I need to sleep more. I'm not doing that enough. I'll see you guys tomorrow.